All right, welcome. If you're just tuning in, we have a crisis. There might be a burning pizza. We don't know. We're going to find out. Hopefully, everything will turn out all right. But if not, I'm afraid you failed your cooking check. But welcome to Alterra, to today's stream. We are continuing on with our Rogue Solar arc. If you are just tuning in, we're not going to spend a lot of time on character introductions. Go back to last week's and watch the first 10 minutes. If you are just tuning in, I'm also going to recap the plot apart from any character questions. So without further ado, I'm Chris. I'll be your DM for today, and we'll do a quick name check and character check just to remind people, put names to voices. Grognar, why don't you give us a quick hi? I'm Grognar. This is my voice.
Hi, I'm Grognar, the Mighty. I'm Bob.
Yep, and that is what their voice will sound like for the stream. Nana Muffins.
Hello, I'm Nana Muffins, and I'm also TR.
And that is what their voice is going to sound like for this stream. I don't know if Wolfie's back from checking on the burning pizza.
The pizza has so far mostly survived.
Yes. Burnt pizza is a sad affair. I'm glad that
He sent me past his cooking
able
check.
for the apocalypse. Yeah. Wolfie, we're doing a very quick hi, this is my actual name, this is my character, this is the sound of my voice. Check.
Hi, I am Fenris Wolfie Bane from a different Twitch channel. I am going to be playing Norn, rocket-powered great sword-wielding Dragonborn Ranger. Hi.
Nice, and that is the sound of their voice. Millig.
Hi, I'm Milik Hammerfist. I'm an angry dwarf barbarian, aka Neo.
Yep, and that's the sound of their voice. And Rusty.
And I'm Rusty, and I'm doing a very bad Irish accent. My name's Ben, and I'm not actually Irish.
So please, please email in your complaints to the following email address that Bob is going to flash across the screen. Oh, look, did you see it? There we go. It's gone. Yes, please email that for any of your complaints. And if we don't receive it, then it got lost in the mail.
It clearly got lost in the mail. I didn't even have an address ready.
Exactly, Bob. Just don't give it away. There's no address. That's the secret.
Technically, I do have an address.
Yeah, but don't give it. Go get angry emails about
Send a complaint to Dragon Ball.
Excellent.
Hey! Technically,
Right, today's session.
Wolfie said it first.
I did.
No. Today's session is episode 11 of the Rogue Solar arc, part 2, Knoworay, the Domain of Knowledge. Or Domain of Knowledge, because I had a word count to actually fit it on the screen.
Yeah.
To quickly recap the other players, you guys went and messed around in Fantasia for a little bit and got a tracking device onto the arrows, assumedly because things, you had to get out there in a quick flash as arrows started to impact your ship. Hopefully, yep, which you did, which hopefully has ended up in the quiver of the Lord of Hunt, the Archfeyer, one of the 14 Archfays of Fantasia. You then ended up going to Knoworay, the Plane of Knowledge, and going to the exit hole wound in the ground from where the Solar escaped, encountering a rogue band of demons from an organization known as the Eighth Order Syndicate, what is effectively a terrorist organization against the gods, who are looking to overthrow the gods in order to do a variety of goals and plots. There's a bunch of infacting in there. We won't get into that. With I believe it was Rusty having done detect magic and actually finding a solidified kind of blood trail of the Solar that is leaking this more intense radiant energy, dropping it across the floor, which you can see on the map there, these little orange dots heading off. What would the party like to
do? Drink a healing potion, because I was stabbed.
What's the place is buggered off, yeah?
Yes, so the demonoids have escaped. They've teleported away. They've essentially done a recall-like spell, and they are now vanished. They're probably actually left the plane itself in order to go lick their wounds.
I'll drink 2 healing potions.
Grognar may need to tend to a few cuts and scratches, my friends.
Sorry about that, Grognar. She moved out the way and pulled it away. You're actually mean to.
I understand. She did the same to me when I struck at her.
Yeah, she seems very good at that.
She's a dodgy little cow.
I like her.
Uh,
I thought you would.
Nana, may I borrow your skills and spells? I could do if you casting the spell scroll on me, just in case.
Rusty comes over and oh, helps if I've got my character sheet open, don't it? Hang on.
While you guys are essentially just kind of patching yourself up here, what is your intent? Are you going to follow the Trail of Blood north straight away? Are you going to spend some more time here, or are you going to try and rest?
Should follow the trail.
Follow the trail.
Follow the trail.
It
You've got
makes
11
sense
points back
following
there.
the trail.
Patch Grogner up as best we can and get going.
Follow the trail.
Yeah.
All right, then go ahead and you can quickly do any patchy up that you would within a minute. You know, cast your spells, do some healing potions, get some allies to cast whatever you do. You'll effectively be doing this as you're walking and talking. Ooh, that's a nice bit of healing.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
You needed it.
He does.
You can see as you travel north, closer to the Deva guards that are keeping watch on you around was essentially the scene of the incident and keeping the public away. They kind of give you space, moving away from you, and you can catch them kind of glaring
Grogner
at you
avoiding
before
eye
quickly turning away.
contact.
I think one will be looking at Grognar with all the cuts and scrapes.
Lachlan, you have the highest passive perception by far, right?
Yep, by
You
a
don't
ton.
understand Celestial. You only understand the one or two words, right?
Yeah, I'm learning Celestial at the moment, but I've not.
Does
actually
anyone
learned it.
understand Celestial as in like the actual proficiency in Celestial rather than the couple words?
No, it was only red.
I
that
don't
night.
think
Is it only
so.
red? All right, then as you hear whispered mutterings in Celestial, you have no idea what they're saying, but you can reasonably assume they're talking about you.
Come now, boys. You saw what we did to them. Do you think we really put you? You think you'll have a chance against us?
I slowly try to interrupt. Please
Thank you, boys.
be nice and no bad language in here. Apparently, it upsets the residents of here. Not
All I said was they didn't want to take us on. They saw what we just did to them.
Outside of your eyes, you can see the Knoworay Deva clutching at their spears a little tighter. Their eyes growing a little narrower as they glare at you. They definitely seem to be a little bit intimidated.
Give like a nice little salute to him, like just a nod of that, tip my hat,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
As Rusty starts walking past, he does the same. Like gives a little salute and then like does the half like jump lunge at them to try and intimidate them.
All right, go ahead and give me an intimidation check. Let's see how this goes. Let's see
Oh,
how
well.
intimidating you actually are.
Not
No,
very-
very.
Yep,
no.
absolutely adorable. No intimidation whatsoever there.
That's so cute.
I
Oh.
want to do a jokey one as well now. After Rusty's done that, it's like a follow his lead.
Mel's
Fuck
gonna
it,
do
yeah.
it as well.
No one's gonna do it. Like he's gonna stomp the ground and try and like crack it a little bit.
Just to warn the party, you do know that one of the common responses to intimidation is to fight back and be aggressive yourself, right?
Yeah.
So if you provoke a fight, it's your own fault.
No one's gonna stomp the ground and try and crack it essentially with the intimidation.
So
And
Milik
Mel
also,
just does a half-right chuckle.
yeah, just average. You're not intimidating the slightest. Lachlan, you also try to like push your step forward and kind of come off, but you with your giant fuck off sword, it's not as cute when you do it. As suddenly all of the Devas grow tense, pull their spears down towards you. They don't step towards you, but they back off a step, holding their spears out, ready to fight if you make another step closer towards them.
all I can imagine is
Grognar is starting to panic here and gets flustered. So, wait.
I'm
My friends,
I'm patting Grog down the shoulder and just nods laughing, and he just winks.
all I
at
can
the
imagine
Davis
is
keep
all I can imagine is when Logan did that, when he slammed his foot into the ground, Rusty went up. Like Rusty got the shock and just like bounced up a little bit without meaning to.
Boom.
All right, fair. Okay.
Just turns around and glares at him.
I think
So
the
as
slabs
the,
are cracked.
That party tries to intimidate some divine soldiers, potentially provoking into an open battle.
Grognar's turning round to try and persuade them not to. My friends, they're making jokes. I'm sorry, my friends. We just had a battle with some very nasty fellows, and they're a bit on edge and wanted some levity. I'm sorry, my friends.
All in good fun. All in good fun.
They
Rusty-
growl at
Rusty-
you and
Mhm.
flick their
Ru-
head towards the direction of the path, telling you to move on.
Rusty grins at them, just the devilish grin. And carries on.
All right.
Yep, no one cares on the road.
But you guys continue on through the city. You can feel free to do a little role playing there, like double check something.
Nana, could
Want
you
the shawarma?
could you do me a favor and maybe try and use the scroll on me, just in case something tries to kill me again?
What kind of scroll is it?
Which is very likely.
Level 4
I
spell
think
scroll
it
for
would be Death Ward.
Death Ward.
Bear with me a moment, because I'm not sure if I can do that one.
I reckon Paladin.
You can still read it off the scroll. You just need to make a
Charisma check.
spellcasting check.
Yeah, I can give that a shot if you wish.
I think you might have a better chance than me.
That's probably fair.
Okay.
While you're rolling that and the party continues on following the trail, you end up going up a hillside in the actual city, kind of reaching a peak where you can overlook the actual rest of the plain itself. Oh, look. There you go. Successfully cast.
Thank
And
you.
as you do so, you notice three, let's say 4 prominent structures to the plain. The first thing that draws your eye is this massive spiraling tower in the center of the plain. Let's see, whereabouts would you be? Let's say to your northwest. I don't have an actual plain map yet. One of the things on my to-do list if I ever have some spare money to create actual maps. This massive spiraling tower made of this pristine white, rising up into the sky until it actually joins with the sky itself and spreads out in this radiant divine layer, almost like the sky itself is just a giant glowing sky beating down on you. The second most prominent structure to the plain are massive cogwheels lined up almost like a rotation belt to the far east of the plain that appears to be made of this glistening, shining copper that is rotating along the actual axis of the plain. So almost like a row of wheels on the plane on an axis, just kind of grinding at the plane itself. And then around that, in between the tower and the wheels, there's this expanse of workshops and this beautiful, almost Italian-like architecture. These riverways that crisscross this segment of the city, almost like Venice, with this thicker than water, multicolored liquid spilling through the streets in these waterways. And to the far other side of the realm are these floating towers, this massive spiraling English architecture filled with cathedrals and castles, sprawling campus-like buildings. So that is your basic scenery description as you continue on following the path of blood, or radiant ooze.
Before
Does
we
it
go
appear to
any
be heading in a
further,
direction?
Oh, everyone talk there at once.
Sorry, Neil, you first.
I was gonna say before we go any further, could Nana try and cast Death Ward on Melag, please?
Okay.
Next question.
Thank you.
Did the ooze appear to be going in a certain direction to one of these things, or?
Yes, it is heading further into the workshop. Let's say district. I need an actual name for the regions. Actually, I did call them regions, didn't I? In this workshop region, it seems to be going over some bridges along this thick waterways, and disappearing into the depths of these workshops.
Here's me wishing we were going to Unseen University.
That's what I thought as well, you know.
Yeah.
and it's a university, but like 10 times the size.
Damn, it's real big.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an entire half of a domain of the knowledge domain. It's just a sprawling university. Half the people that end up here are just scholars.
Yeah, no one will try to basically do his best tracking things for it, basically. See if there's any other like marks, if it's like because we're seeing the droplets, but is there any like damage to the surrounding area as well?
Well, you can't see the droplets.
Fair point.
They're magical.
I'm following you, and I'm gonna while
Yeah.
we're doing this, I'm gonna try and see if there's any other signs of like damaged buildings, like because they dissolve its way through the plane.
That's good. You'll see a couple things just if you're passive, but go ahead and give me a perception check. See if you pick up on any of the even spicier details that might catch your eye. What would anyone else?
Natural 20,
damn,
33.
you see everything. All right. Would anyone else like to do anything while following Rusty through this workshop district along these waterways of this thick multicolored liquid?
Melig's just gonna whistle a jaunty tune.
I'm going to try to do Death Ward on myself as well, and hope I didn't give the good. Yeah, I gave the good roll to you. Actually.
It's the way of doing it. It's the way it does it.
Yeah, god damn it! If I'm dying, I'm leaving you fuckers.
I have a spare one if you want to borrow that.
No, Milik, you keep yourself safe. It's my own fault for looking after Grogner first.
No worries.
God knows
I
he's just
got
gonna
it
do
off her
trouble.
in return.
None's gonna like pull out from his bag when he's doing this one of his spares.
You see, Grognar sort of looks at you as you're saying this as he's clugging on the second healing potion. Usually my armor does better to stop them murdering me. See?
Well,
By the way,
Usually
None
you
is
don't
actually,
hit each other.
yeah, None is actually gonna kind of go. Just use one of these now. I've got plenty spares. And hands to now. I have 4. So
Ragnar, if you could see what I could see when I was looking at her, there was no chance that we could actually bait her. The amount of magical crap that she's got on her, she could just pull something out of her pocket and probably annihilate us all.
I didn't.
You just hate it when your enemies take out a nuke from their pocket and just blow you all up.
I didn't have.
Hey.
the first time.
I didn't see much. I merely charged. That was my bad. I was a bit rash.
Well, you know
Getting
what
there.
they say. Only fools rush in.
I am going to fall out with the dwarf. So one of these.
As let's start going through some of the details that Lachlan sees. So you do see some very minor scuffs and burn marks from the building, almost like the creature kind of bouncing around the area. The impact zones are sort of spaced out, zigzagged along the pathways. It seems to have almost like a drunken haze, just being pinballing back through the streets with no actual direction in mind, taking corners just because it got bounced in that direction. Apart from that, you see a number of the denizens, a variety of races, all with this workman's appearance with tools at their belt, a variety of garb, but all fitting that same kind of function of carrying tools and appliances on them. There seems to be a good population of elves and dwarfs here in particular, a couple warforged, and a number of other races known for their kind of tinkering or workshopmen and craftsmanships. As you're going about, you do hear a lot of whispering in a variety of languages, just crowds watching you go by, all of them instructed not to interact. You can see devas blocking the kind of path. There seems to be a group following you, blocking off your travels as you go, preventing crowds from swarming you to ask you any questions. It seems the divine guard is intent on keeping you kind of alone in your journey, and kind of unobstructing you, but also keeping the denizens of the world away from you.
Probably safe.
Rusty's just going to walk over to like a group of them, and in common just start asking if they'd seen any glowing people wandering around.
As you do so, two devas appear either side of your vision and kind of semi-interpose themselves between you and the crowd. They don't stop you, but they seem to be giving off a body language of warning you of if you do anything to the denizens, they will attack you. But they aren't stopping you from asking questions.
I'm not gonna hurt them. I'm just asking questions.
And they
I'm
growl at you.
just getting a bit of information. And don't fucking growl at me. I know you understand me. Fuck off.
What language are you asking this in? Just common?
Just coming.
Yeah, and most races will have common, so that's fine. Give me a persuasion check to see how forthcoming and how charismatic you can be with the denizens. Persuade them to actually give you some information.
Not very.
I'd like to.
As you do so, you come off a little bit too aggressive.
I would
Just
like
something
to.
about your voice.
I'd like to assist him, seeing him go. Oh, I don't think he's going to be very.
You can follow up. Give me a persuasion of your own. But as Rusty kind of does the initial question, the denizens seem to be a bit more suddenly turn from inquisitive to skitter as they back away a little bit, and you can see them kind of shying away, not wanting to talk to you.
They've essentially just had a chihuahua come up and yap at them.
It's a 2-foot gnome, guys. Seriously.
I'm a halfling, not a gnome.
Oh, sorry.
Are there any children about, or is it just all adults in work stuff?
Give me a perception check. Let's see how sad this world is.
I was about to say that's getting dark.
They're all children.
Oh, children.
I'm sorry, my friend. See, my friend here is a little terse with his words. I do apologize. We are looking to see if any you seen a glowing. You said glowing. Yes, glowing.
Yes.
Glowing fellow. Solar or something out of the ordinary, please. If you have any information to help us in our search.
Would have been about 3 weeks ago that this boy wandered through here.
All right, go ahead and give me another your own persuasion check. Oh, nice. You come off, even though you're quite this towering, bulking figure, coming off quite nicely. As you're doing that, Nana, you have a look around. You see a couple halflings, and it's hard to differentiate from the crowd what's a halfling, what's a child, just by really peering at their face. But you don't find any children in this crowd.
Right, so Rusty is a little vicious chihuahua, and Grognar is the golden retriever of the group. Right, okay, gotcha.
Yes, that is fair.
No, he's one of those St. Bernards.
I mean, not. Oh no, that's performance. It's the same thing anyway. I've only got +1.
It's the same one.
But just you seem so much less dangerous. While next to Grognar.
I mean, Grognar has most of his innards scooped out at this point, so they probably think they can take him.
But the denizens come forward. Let's go with a dwarf and elf. Why not? Let's go classic here. As the dwarf kind of comes up to you, kind of returns to you. 3 weeks ago, you say?
A few weeks ago,
A few weeks ago. You remember anything like that, pointy ears? Will you stop calling me that in public?
It should be about 9 foot tall, something like that.
I remember there was a commotion, but everything blends together up here. I'm sorry.
You would have noticed this boy. He would have caused a ruckus as he went past. Probably.
Well, you would, but a lot of us are hyperfixated in whatever task we're currently doing.
You might have felt very tired as he walked past you.
Yes, if he got near you, he might drain any radiant.
He'd have eaten you.
Radiant.
It would have made
energies.
you tired. Glares at Grognar, trying to would have made him tired. You don't need to tell him. Just under his breath. You don't need to tell him.
Ixnay on the Ixnay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ixnay radiation.
I'm sorry.
Radiant ray.
I tend to speak what I'm thinking and saying. I
Yes,
thought
I
you would
know.
know this by now. I'm
Yes, I know.
a little brutally honest.
Why we don't usually let you talk to people.
Well, if you guys are done bickering, I'm afraid we
Yes.
don't recall anything like that. We knew there was a ruckus, but I can't give you any details. What are you lot doing here anyway? You're not dead. What is all this? What's with all the devas?
How much do you accept gold? Do you earn money?
No, why would I need gold here? We get everything we ever wanted. This is heaven. This is paradise.
Oh, so
Hey,
you're dead then.
They are dead, remember?
Aye, and I get to spend eternity working at my forge and going for drinks at night. It's bless.
How would
Bring
you
'em.
how would you like me to make your eternity worse?
Grub.
You can see at this point the devas are bringing their spears down, kind of interposing them between you in an X shape.
It was a question. I didn't do anything. I just asked a question.
Grognar's slowly going to pick up Rusty and
Put me the fuck down, you little bastard! And
You just hear
slap-
an aggressive phrase in a celestial that you don't understand as the devas start growling at you even more.
Shout
and,
the word cat at the Davers.
Oh
and
no, Rusty is gonna slap Grognard's hand away with one of his tentacles.
I'm guessing.
No, pick
For a
up
nine.
the half.
just like whip his tentacle at you.
I'm
It
guessing.
misses you.
Athletics or acrobatics or
No, it was an attack.
Missed.
It missed you.
hits,
19 doesn't hit you.
hits the armor. Ting.
I mean, that's all I wanted to do was just hit you, not actually do any damage to you.
Laugh, you nat 20.
Kills him.
And just continues to
Don't
pick him up and put him on his shoulder and say, I think we should go now. I've
Put me
seen
the fuck
I've
down.
I've
Put
seen
me the fuck down now.
I've seen
Well, best of luck to you, you lot. Come on, Pointy
Thank
let's go
you.
get a drink. They start walking away.
I'm gonna walk over as I've done this, just gonna sigh, pick Grogner up and turn him upside down.
get off.
Just so the Rusty falls off, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
place Grogner down normally.
At this point, who has the tracker for the arrow discs?
Nana.
Yeah, unfortunately.
As Nana, suddenly you hear a beep from your tracker.
Oh no.
What's the matter?
What was that
Well,
beep?
if you boys can stop playing around, I believe the Lord of the Hunt is here.
Ooh.
Where? Let me
Anyone that looks towards Rusty sees him doing up his flies because he was about to go and piss in the forge.
Rusty was getting a little like leopard when he's very mad. I needed
But
to
then you
stop
two
him.
Prepare the Dave and Planetar stat blocks for when Rusty inevitably starts a fight in the main.
Probably.
Does the tracker give us a direction for the Lord?
Yes. As you're kind of acquainting yourself with it, kind of this will be probably the first time you're properly reading it for like an active target. You may have played around with it a little bit previously, but you get the direction. You just kind of using a rough mental calculation. You've taken a couple turns, but it does appear to be from the direction you've arrived from. So it appears that the Lord of the Hunt has also just arrived at the hole that the party initially arrived at.
Okay,
Well,
so
there you
he's
go.
behind us in the hole, so I assume he's going to find the same trail. So shall we go hide in a pub and then watch him go past and then follow him?
Sounds like a plan.
Rusty was about to go tell the Davers that Prick had just landed in the realm, who's not welcome, and they should probably go find him and throw him out.
I don't think we
I'm
want to have
sure
all
they'll
the Davers
listen.
just
Yeah.
murdered by.
No, you've ruined that little side quest. Let's follow these gentlemen to the pub.
I mean, yeah, let's go get a drink.
But for no, you can follow the trail and beat the Lord of the Hunt to whatever destination you're trying to go to, or you can take a sidestep and wait until eventually he figures it out. But anybody else who might be ahead of you would get a further head start.
That's fair.
I mean,
So
if
those are your
we did,
considerations.
if we did get there before him, we'd show him up. A bunch of Noids beat an Archfade to.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, but you boys, stop playing around. We go do this.
Hey, we're on the
Look
actual
at
job
Millie.
now. I can
Millie is
take.
doing good.
I can be calm when we're actually on the job.
Grognar wants to slap that one so bad that cowardly running away archfey.
You pick me up again. The next time I shoot you, it'll be on purpose.
You were getting
Boys,
too aggressive.
track. Now,
Ow,
can I grab both of their ears and pull them forward?
ow, ow.
Track.
How the hell did you manage that, Nana? There's so differing heights. There's like 6 foot difference between it.
Real
It's
long
nano-
arms.
It's nanophysics. You don't question Nana.
Nana grabbed him and
It's
then
the inner strength. She's picked up Rusty by the ear.
Yeah,
she just
dangling Rusty by the ear.
she looked at Leopard and told him, pull Grognar's ear. Mentally. Ow, ow, ow. Leopard, let go, let go.
But yes, you continue on for 10 minutes following the trail. So I think this has probably been like half an hour to maybe an hour because you were spending some time quickly healing yourself up while you're getting things around. But eventually you arrive at this massive wooden framed building with 3 stories, and you can hear the dwarven drinking shanties as you approach and smell the intoxicating, dear God, the bowels of dwarven alcoholism just spewing forth from this building as you've clearly arrived at some sort of dwarven brewery drinking establishment. You can see drunken dwarves just piling out as they sing their songs and move along the streets. You can see a couple just leaning against the benches in the front, just snoring and hiccuping.
Look, my friend, it's your people.
Everybody just tears male going, oh yes, this is my kind of place. Where's the bar?
Well, as you move into the big double engraved doors are wide open, just letting the sunshine in, and you can see the trail of a golden ooze, or at least Rusty Can leads into this building, but actually stops and disappears at the central little opening here, where you can see a collection of dwarves just standing, drinking, chanting, and talking with each other in thick dwarvish accents, practically shouting in each other's ears. And then at that point, you can see it seems that the ooze is either being kind of washed away or dissipated, or something has eroded the trail from this point onward.
Well, I mean,
But
if it's been half hour, my detect magic would have disappeared a while ago.
that's fair. You can periodically like proc it back up since you can actually cast it while you're walking.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a few wands of detect magic, so I could just pull one of those and cast it through that.
How long does detect magic actually last? Is it like 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Hilariously, nothing prevents you walking and casting a ritual spell.
So all the convenient things about it, yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually be casting detect magic at the end of every minute.
Right.
Is it a minute or 10 minutes for ritual casting?
10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
Well, 10 minutes plus the action, or
Yeah, which is
the
the
actual spellcast, yeah. So
essentially, while watching the trail, you're just casting constantly as you're following it until eventually you get here.
Okay.
Chain casting.
Kind of relying on your allies to make sure that you don't bump into anything. Yeah, you're only at the doorways right now. If you want to find the bar, you'd have to go further into the building. And this is kind of what you see. Actually, I have changed the map, haven't I? Yes, you guys are at the south of the map.
Yeah.
I haven't bothered with fog of war or anything because the building's got pretty straight lines, whether you're left or right.
It's a nice open bar, essentially.
Yeah, it's quite like a nice open space. You can see what looks to be the ink or this thick multicolored water flowing underneath the building, and it's been opened up with these kind of bridgeways. So the actual foundation of the building is open to the river underneath it.
Ooh, nice touch.
So as Rusty gets near this group of dwarves, did you say?
Yep, this is the very popular dwarking establishment, the Craft Ale.
Yeah.
Excuse me, boys. Can any of you see magic?
Do you understand Dwarvish as they start speaking to you in this very quick, drunken slur?
No. So, hang on, boys. Hang on.
Wait. Millig will
can't-
hear this
Millie.
Can
and
anybody
go and
you speak-
translate.
common,
Yeah, what's that?
Elvish, Draconic, anything like that?
As you do so, they don't seem to comprehend you and just kind of slap you on the back. Their cheeks rudy red. Ruby
Melig,
red. Ruby red. Wow.
Melig,
Billy,
Yeah, what's
Uh,
that, Rusty?
these boys are talking your made-up language. What are they saying?
I don't speak it. Neither does Rusty.
I'll come and translate for you.
Does
But it's
anyone
not
else?
made up.
Does anyone else speak Dwarf?
I mean, all languages are made up, so
No, I never learned it.
Well, technically, but it's a real language.
But
So if we only got
Billy,
one
as you-
person that speaks Dwarvish now.
Yeah.
as we all know, drunk dwarves only speak dwarvish until they're sober.
Yep.
As you're
they
listening
always
to them,
speak Dwarvish.
as you're listening to me, you're able to piece together the words and realize they're not responding to anything Rusty's saying. They're actually singing a chanty. Give me a history check to see if you actually know it. And as of course I've already prepared for this. So I've already randomly got a drinking song.
It's very had
As-
little lamb, isn't it?
I have no idea. I just got it.
Wellerman comes, bring us.
As Milik,
Yeah.
you've apparently never heard of this song. This isn't the dwarvish song native to Eros, where you're from. This appears to be from a dwarvish community or civilization from one of the other realms, but it seems to speak of elves. So apparently there are common things to the all dwarvish lands. In the forest and hills of legend and lore, there once lived a clan of the elves we ahoa. The arrogant height and the pansy decor were merely the first of the crimes they pay for. As they're just slurring and spitting at you as they sing in your face.
No one's gonna take out his celestial phrase book and just start thumbing through it. Well, he's waiting. He's like, this might take a while. He's gonna do some work on his language learning.
But Milik, what
Billy
would you like
just
to do?
turns round, says to the rest of them, "Look, I did ken this song, but it's no friendly towards any elf, so just
Yes.
Well, convenient we're
if you
not
don't like elves, then I'll try and get the lyrics for you."
I
elves.
don't have problem with elves. It's just the language I was taught to.
They
Is
have
a-
problem with you.
A more eloquent language. I don't know. Giants speak, and I'll say hello in giant.
Remember what happened last time you spoke in giant? I say to you,
Uh-oh.
because I also understand giant, so I know you're talking giant.
As you do so, they continue that to sing at you that Milik can understand. This was a terrible plight. They didn't know air and they had no fist fights. Their lives were pale shadows, the border of plight. So they went to the dwarves to deliver the spite. And as they're coming up to the last sentence and you start speaking your giant, you can see their voices growing low as they all stop singing and stare at you. Their eyes narrowing, their brows furrowing as they start to bring up their mugs towards you, their fists clenching white at the handles. And Milik, you're able to hear very clearly in Dwarvish. What the fuck did you just say, mate?
Tell them I said
No.
hello.
Says hello. he
You can see him
doesn't
start
speak
to-
Dwarvish.
Melik, say he'll buy him a drink.
He says that he'll buy you a drink each if you
They
want
start
one.
to crack their necks as they're staring
Any drink
at
you want.
Grognar. You giant kin, mate, he says in Dwarvish, looking to Milik to translate.
Yeah, he's a Goliath.
Well, that's a bad
Just say
choice.
he's
Bad
just
choice.
fat.
Wait.
Say he's just fat.
Wait, my friend. Make sure that you don't just say I'm from this realm, because apparently the giants from this realm are not very nice. I'd like to establish that I'm not one of them. Please.
I've got one. Melik, say that he hates giants.
He he may be a Goliath, but he's fit out of town, and he's not really keen on giants either. So there's a bit of history of it. I didn't get into that. So he's
Two of them
generally
walk
a
forward
good
to
guy.
Grognar, their chests puffed out as they stare up at the towering figure, while a third one leans over on Millig, places his hand on your shoulder. Ask him to leave, and if he doesn't, tell him we're gonna bash his skull in.
I'll ask him, but so I repeat this to Grogan saying, like, mate, like, they want you to leave, or they're going to do you in, pal. So maybe want to take it elsewhere.
Rossi turns to Nano and says, "I didn't fucking start this one."
But
Fair point. He
calm
didn't.
down, bud. Calm
For
down.
this one, you're correct.
Grognar looks at them, and just, very well. I need a rest anyway. You'll find our clues. You disappoint me when we need to hit things.
Yeah.
Grognar, just don't speak
We'll come
giant
back
around
and
here.
get you.
Hey, Grognar, don't speak giant to anyone.
This is no good. Giants are stupid here. How are you supposed to make friends?
I don't
And
think you're going to
make
get any arguments
kingdoms.
in here.
Giants are stupid everywhere.
Yeah.
I come from a good kingdom, and you just hear him muttering and grumbling and coming all the way out the door, complaining about.
Anyway, boys, that was a sobering moment. Can you please talk to me in common?
Give me a persuasion check as three of them start walking away, and one of them begins to walk away but hesitates to hear you out.
19.
Hey!
All right, the last one falters and stops and turns back at you, and then in common, very drunkenly, oh god, this is so much harder than it is in Dwarfish. Only because you've got a brother with you.
I mean, I don't usually like talking common, but the rest of these lot is some basic language. I'm a halfling myself, so we kind of related a few ancestors back. We're about the same height.
You funny little one.
Right, you're a bit taller than me. Feck off.
I am. Yeah. Look at the short stuff. Why you're interrupting drinking hour?
You pat my head, and I'm not going to buy you around.
Well, I'm not gonna touch your head, little one. You look like you'll bite. Who knows
I
where
will-
you've been?
I will bite. I will bite.
Exactly. Like you've got those like
You can
semi-pointed
be
ears. You're
vicious if you
practically,
antagonize me enough.
you're
Smart
practically a
mate,
mini
so-
elf.
Hey, it's a
Yeah.
smart man, this dwarf.
Anyway, we're following a trail of
Right, yeah.
about 3 weeks ago. Did you see like a big glowing man come around here?
Mate, I don't even know what I saw 10 minutes ago.
Fair.
That's fair.
Well,
Is
first,
anyone-
like, aye, that makes sense.
I mean, I know this is it looks to be the dwarven district, but is there any? This is a silly question, but is there any dwarves around here that don't actually drink?
Not
I
drinking
don't
at the moment.
understand.
Yeah,
Melon
not
just
drinking
turns
right
round
now.
and
I
looks Rusty
I-
in shock.
I knew it was a
So,
stupid question as soon as I thought it.
What kind of question's that?
I knew it was a stupid question as soon as I thought it, but I thought maybe it might be like a dwarven child, maybe.
Have you ever met a Dwarven child? They're constantly drunk.
Clearly not then. I mean, the most dwarven people that I know is Milligir, and I've gone West Country now.
Just realized, by the way, I really should stop watching Bob's stream.
Why?
That'd be good.
You know nothing, Wolfie. You know
I
nothing.
didn't read it, I just saw it. Okay.
Oh yeah, Bob's whispering me. That's why I'm responding to it.
Ah.
Okay, yeah.
So everyone's just watching Bob's whispers.
Right. But would there have been anyone around here a few weeks ago that wasn't drinking? Anyone?
So who are you again? Where am I?
You're at the pub.
You're at the pub. Yeah.
Oh, I'm at the pub.
You've got a drink in your hand. Look.
Oh, beautiful. Ah,
And I'll get you another couple in a minute if you could help us out here, please, bud.
oh, aye. What are you wanting to know?
Did you see a big glowing man here a few weeks ago?
No, but you ought to ask the guardian of the pub.
Okay.
But the barkeep then.
No, guardian of the pub.
Where would I find him then?
Well, you gotta summon him.
How
do
do
we
we
do
do that?
that?
How do I
It won't
summon
come
him?
to no plunker. Oh,
Can you summon him for us?
well, there's like 3 requirements. I remember one, but I can't remember what the other 2 were.
Hey, one's better than none.
What's the one that you remember then?
Oh, yeah, you gotta sing a dwarvish chanty in perfect harmony from the great halls of fire.
Philip, you're up.
Wait, was it the halls of fire? Or was it the halls of drinking?
I
One
mean,
of the
why
2.
can't they be both?
Like, cause you gotta do each ritual in one place or all of them in 2 place.
I mean, does he not just have an
Three.
office anywhere?
3. I know
Does he
there's
not just have
3.
an office?
What? No, he's a great spirit.
He's a spirit. Of course he bloody is.
He's a drunkard. He's a scoundrel. But he'll know. He's not technically drunk. He knows all. We ask him questions when we're too drunk to think.
See that big glowing thing at the back there? Would he be up there by any chance?
Big glowing thing back there as he follows your gaze. What are you looking at here? You know, this giant tent.
Well, just this big area up here. Yeah. What was that tent?
I don't know what the hell this is. Oh,
I mean,
no, I think it's like a weird platform.
Some
Oh,
kind
I
of
thought that was the
auditorium.
bar. I thought it was the bar.
Yeah, so did I. Or at least one of them.
Yeah.
yeah, bar's over here. This is the shrine of the 3 dwarves. As
Okay.
you look past the shrine of the, I don't even know if you can look past the shrine of 3 dwarves. You look up, you see a bunch of stairs because there's elevation to the map.
Mm-hmm.
And you see 3 giant statues, but you see nothing beyond them.
Does he live up by those 3 giant statues up there?
The giants. Oh my god, when did they get there? Was there always 9 of them?
Probably. I think there was probably always 9.
I mean, I can only see one, so
Yeah, Grockner, give me a perception check as your own watch.
No,
As he looks around. No, I don't remember those statues.
Jesus.
And Grockner doesn't see any Lord of the Hunt coming either.
He passes out.
Dogma doesn't see anything.
Grover doesn't see his own hands anymore.
Grockner, give me a Constitution save as you're starting to get drunk off. Actually, everyone give me a Constitution save as you all start getting drunk off the fumes of this place. If you are a dwarf, you obviously get advantage.
Oh,
And
wait
if
a
you
minute,
have
is
anything against alcohol, you also have advantage.
Does this count as poison?
technically alcohol is a poison.
Yeah,
You
so-
count
that's
alcohol as a
why.
poison.
Yes, I don't drink. Is that
That's fair. Then yes.
cool? I'm immune to it.
All right, then you automatically pass.
Yay! I can't get drunk.
Oh, you can't. But actually, no. What are you getting that from? Are you monk or paladin?
An item.
Oh, then you can. Magical immunity to poison can be overcome with blue arcanite poisons.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Class abilities like paladin and monk cannot.
Oh, that's good to know.
The
Uh,
paladin one is a divine thing.
Yes. And
And-
monk is you just push it out of your system.
Yeah. I decided will come up probably some point later for anything. But blue arcanite mixed with like alcohols or poison can overcome any magical or spell or magical art item or spell effect that prevents poison,
That's kind of cool. I like that.
since it kind of bypasses actual magic.
Helps you
And it
from
won't
getting a
bypass
hangover.
class features.
Yeah, because they're different.
because you're their class features. I don't give a shit about screwing up magic items, but gotta respect class features.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool. Good to know.
But at this point, the drunken dwarf is swaying
The
back and forth
DM's drunk.
and seems to be getting to the end of his what soberness he can maintain as he starts to mumble the song underneath his breath again that Millig is able to translate, because I'm just gonna do the full song at some point. Let's hey diddly hey and who diddly who.
We'll let you get back to your drinking. Thanks.
As he cups his
That
head with the
gives them
mug
a
as he salutes you, and then
few
just falls
gold
flat on his
coins.
face.
Right.
What was that now?
I'm saying Miller gives him a few gold coins for a drink.
You
You
just put
do,
them
so-
on him because
Yeah, he's already fallen flat on his face, and now he's unconscious.
If it had been anybody else, Mel would have just taken the coins back, but
Don't worry,
dwarves-
no one's gonna take the coins back.
I was about to do a sleight of hand.
Yeah. No one just casually scoops them
no
up
one
in his
fights for
tentacle.
Rusty.
But no, with all the other dwarfs gone and this one unconscious, any witnesses to Grognar's offense is gone if Grognar wants to sneak back in, so that Bob can be part of the next scene.
Grognar,
Melig's like,
What?
nobody seems to
What?
be looking. Does somebody want to run out and get Grognar back?
I'll get him. He'll probably be dead otherwise.
he's only 20 foot over there. He can hear us. Grognar, come back in.
Yes.
Outside.
What? What you want? I thought
Get in here.
I thought I
Come
was
on.
not allowed in.
And the
Only-
guy who said you weren't allowed passed out.
And
Pounce
It's
is
all good
unconscious,
now,
it's fine.
pal.
And they're probably forgotten by now anyway.
okay. As
As
long-
hardy as we dwarfs are,
but I do.
memory spots, they happen.
I mean, they've just been constantly drinking here for however long they've been dead. So
For 1,000 years, I think anyone would be drunk.
And what's the matter with that?
Nothing. I've seen you on a Saturday night.
Rusty starts walking up towards
Exactly.
This,
the statues.
I just wish I had not ended up in a realm which has such a dislike to my race.
To be
Not
fair,
your-
Well, maybe you want to take that up with the Lord of the Hunt when we meet him,
It's not.
He's not one
your
of my
race,
race. He's not
It's
a
not,
Goliath.
It's not your race. It's not your
I
race.
ken
They
that,
found
but
themselves.
if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here.
I honestly thought you were going to say... I honestly thought you were going to say, it's not your race, it's your personality. Genuinely thought you were going to say that.
What my?
Just don't go talking giant to people.
I was only trying to prove a point that it's a very harsh tone compared to the dwarven words. Giant is very guttural. That's why I was taught Elven to speak to in high society.
Yeah, I've got a feeling this is neither high society nor the correct place to speak Elven either.
No.
Oh,
That's
nah,
okay.
What else do you
You-
speak,
you're
Grognar,
gonna
besides
die
Tom?
if you speak Elven in this place. Trust me, pal. You don't want to know.
Don't worry.
Then I will restrict my words to common.
Yeah, don't worry, Grognar. There are all 4 of my languages besides Common. I'm fairly sure I would also get a lot of shit for talking about in here. Got a
So,
strange feeling that speaking these languages ain't a good idea.
No. So as we get up to the shrine with the statues, is the
All 9 of
like
them.
is this like a gate or something, like a drawbridge?
Or
Just
is
look
there a
like-
door there?
This.
I mean, it kind of looks like a drawbridge to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a drawbridge, but let's have a gate in front of you, and then there's an open drawbridge beyond that, because I need something for you to interact with. So there is a gate in front of you, and then it's kind of there's a small solid squares, and there's 3 panels, a small solid square in each panel, and then a grating around the panel to actually make up the gate itself that you can see through to see this little moat around this island with the statues beyond it, and a raised drawbridge on the other side. And as you're coming up to it, the 3 panels seem to have an indent for something to be placed in them on each of the 3 panels. One is this large pear shape. The other is a rectangle, and the one on the far right is a circle, or let's say a donut. So a circle with a circle inside it.
Hmm.
A donut, and what was the other one?
So a pear, a rectangle, and a donut.
Okay.
You're good with stones, my friend. What do you
But we can
think this
see
is
through to
all?
the other side.
What do you make of this?
Rock.
Nana, if you could just go over the other side, see if there's like a lever or something to let this all down.
I think that would be easier.
Aye.
Is there a window?
Is there something solid stopping
I think
folk
no.
who
I
can fly?
think it's yeah. I think it's just like open.
Oh, then I
It
just
should-
fly through.
Yeah. So like you need to fly like around, like over the water. This way.
Mel could like walk
Oh.
around.
No, if it's as long as this gap was just over an inch, I could fit through.
Yeah, it's a grated mesh in like a little gate wall that's just standing there. There's no roof or anything, and there's no walls on either side, so you can literally just fly around it. But as you do so, and you actually start flying over the moat, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
As the air begins hazy, and you can start to feel this is against alcohol, by the way. As you can start to feel your mind being intoxicated, and as you
14.
start to fly over the moat, you find yourself hit with this wall of drunkenness as your blaze blurs, and suddenly you're staggering while you're
Wait.
flying.
So it's a 17. I'm adding something to it.
That's fair. That's still a failure, unfortunately.
Wow, that is some potent booze.
Yes, it is. And as you do so, you actually find yourself turning around so that when you open your eyes, you are back next to your party, having just turned yourself around and drunkenly flown back.
She's like,
Um,
how did you get over here?
I did
After
it.
a few seconds, you
down.
your mind starts to clear as you lose the drunkenness.
Nana, what are you doing?
I did it. It's fine. It's open.
Grognar takes a step
Oh,
to
wait.
the side, and
Ragnar, don't you dare!
I'm going over. I have a better chance.
Right, who's taking bets to see if he's gonna fall in the water?
5 gold.
5 gold. Anyone more than 5 gold?
I'd like to use my free action move to dash across
Yeah.
in a straight line.
All right, fair. Give me a Constitution saving throw as you head over the moat.
Should bet on how he stops.
Drawbridge.
19.
19 is a failure.
And then I will use
Indomitable?
if I have. Yeah, let's see.
Actually, do you have any left? Because we haven't rested.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say you did use quite a few in the fight.
No, I haven't used Indomitable this session.
No, this session, but you did in the fight last session.
Yeah, we haven't had a
What
rest
you-
since the fight last time.
Yeah, we've not rested.
So I've not got my rage back or anything.
For some reason,
Yeah, those are per long rest, not per session.
I haven't used them in this session.
No,
Did you use
Or
them last
this,
session?
or last session. I
Okay.
didn't use any Indomitable in anything.
I thought you used them in used one in the fight.
No.
I think he said he was going to and then changed his mind.
Possibly, yeah.
Because neither of them are burned in this session.
Well, that's fair. We'll move on here. You can start marking them as you go down.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me an Indomitable. I think you have a just over 50-50. Oh,
Worse.
no, worse. As suddenly you hit this wall of drunkenness as you shift your boot. Now, roll me a D8 to see how you randomly stagger as you are propulsing yourself. This could get very dangerous for you.
7.
Let's see. We go north. Okay. As you somehow twirl your leg while in mid-jet, so that you end up U-shaping around and crashing into the wall over here.
How?
As I need a strength save as you crash into the wall. Should be over here so you can land on the platform if you're allies. Okay, it's not too bad. Let's say just a d6. You rolled high there. You take 5 bludgeoning damage as your shoulder barges into the wall and you spin down and collapse next to your party.
He's got the strength evasion thing. Does that count for me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you succeeded, so you take nothing. That's fair. You just
Yeah.
take that brunt on the shoulder.
Bonk. Okay, we're gonna do the third one. Milik, do you want to try this one? Because I've got something for this.
I'll go
Do you-
over next.
Yeah, well, I've got a way that. Well, it seems that when they both tried to go across, they had the way to control themselves to come back, so that's where it went fucked, right?
Aye.
I'm gonna pick
Are you
up
going to
Milik.
you're going to toss a dwarf in the dwarf bar?
I'm gonna shot put Milig across with a lot of strength.
I've got a
behind it.
magic broom and I can walk on water.
I know, but the thing is, if you could control it, then you could come back. Because they seem to be getting some weird effect because they can control it. You are uncontrollable careening that way, so you won't be able to turn back.
I like this idea. I help by grabbing the other side. Let's do this.
You
I
know,
don't think
you
it's anything
guys.
about controlling. I don't think it's
See, it's
anything
you
about controlling.
guys
I think
and-
they just wandered and waddled and
It's worth
just
to
turned
find out.
themselves around.
It's worth to find out. Also, Milig's a dwarf, so he's a bit more used to getting hammered because it looks like that. So
Seeing it's you guys and I trust you with my life, I'll let you in a little secret.
For note, there does not appear to be a lever on the other side for those characters that have seen the other side.
no one has possibly noticed this, but
Still wants to toss the dwarf over.
I'll let you in a little secret.
Yeah.
Nobody tosses a dwarf. But as I say, seeing I trust you with my life,
As
I'll
this is
let you
going
do
on,
it.
Yeah.
Rusty's just pulling out his broom and just trying to fly over.
So I'm guessing that
Right.
Grognar's essentially giving me advantage
Go ahead and give
on
me a
this
con save.
check.
Yeah, you guys are both ridiculously strong, so I feel like you make this check to throw a dwarf over like 10 feet.
I'm gonna flash that to 22.
I want to actually see how far we get him.
All right, I'll get back to Rusty in a second because you succeed. As the dwarf goes flying, Milik, give me a Constitution saving throw. You'll have, I assume you'll have advantage because you're a dwarf against alcohol. I don't know if that's a whole dwarf race thing or sub race. I'm pretty sure it's a whole race.
The dwarf resistance to
Oh.
poisons is natural, just all dwarves.
Yeah,
Well,
so you have
see,
advantage on this.
This is where it could get really interesting because I have advantaged against poison
Yeah.
Yeah.
and also
what
I'm
we're saying.
resistant.
Mhm.
Well, that's fine. This doesn't do damage.
Yeah.
So
roll
This
with
is the
advantage.
damage.
But Rusty, as you hit this wave of drunkenness,
Yes!
wow, dwarf.
He just
Milik,
Oh,
you're loving
he
this.
he
This
just
is
sucks it up.
You just
Ah.
hail.
Melig just took a deep breath as he was being thrown over, just to inhale the alcohol.
But Rusty, you push through it and are able to maintain control and not stagger. You are immune to the passing, and you are able to land on the other side, no problem, because you actually made the save. And Milik, dear God, you inhale that, and you know what? If you don't have any temp hit points, you get 15 temp hit points from just alcohol resilience.
You don't care if you get injured anymore.
Yes, you are just one with the drunkenness.
So
Is
this
believe
water,
it.
I don't think this is actually water. I think it's just alcohol. And that was just a wall of fumes that we were just passing through there.
It's just that you're not used to it.
Interesting. This water is the same multicolored, thick liquid that is flowing in the Venice-like streams and crossways for the rest of the district.
Mhm.
There doesn't seem to be anything special here. There just seems to be kind of like if you look closely, this slightly like higher temperature heat wave in between around the moat. But
It turns out it's the
Milik and
sewers.
Rusty, you're on the other side. As you get closer to the giant dwarf statues, you can see that there is a plaque underneath each one written in Dwarvish that Millig is able to translate. While Millig kind of has a look at this, what is everyone doing?
Nana has wandered off to find a kebab somewhere.
Norn is waiting by, basically going to be leaning on something and reading his celestial book.
Oh, and then for the sake of fun, let's say the central thing here, there is a dais with a bowl-shaped mug in the center that is empty.
You got any alcohol on you?
Well, me,
Hi, you.
I have got some in my hip flask.
Some of your water skin.
Yeah.
Just vodka.
Millig calls it a hip flask. No, Millig used to brew his own ale.
I
Ah.
make an offering in this bowl here.
Millig goes into his little satchel and takes out his water skin and pours a decent amount in the bowl.
All right. Now, tell
Slightly
me,
disheartened
where
and-
did you get this ale, and what kind of ale is it? Or would you like to flavor this?
Long time ago, Millig used to brew his own ale. So
Mhm.
various ingredients and your base ingredients for ale. But Millig would change the flavor by using different poison because he's a hardy dwarf. His organs are like cast iron. So to change the flavor, he'll use different poison.
This sounds very familiar for my reasoning behind my LARP character.
Yeah. I was about to say, I'm getting deja vu here.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure I told you
yeah,
this story.
that's also how Millig's so resistant to poison.
He doesn't have a bucket on his head. Don't worry, Bob. He's not stealing your thunder entirely.
I know about
Alright.
the bucket.
Do you have proficiency in the brewer supplies?
No, I don't.
Go ahead and give me just an intelligence check to see how good this brewer, this brewed beer came out, since you do not have proficiency. Right. So
As
as
I say,
you
it's been a while.
Tar.
as you pour this very old homebrewed beer into the mug goblet, as it splashes onto the stone basin of this mug goblet, it immediately evaporates and nothing happens. You hear maybe a quiet chuckling dwarvish wail as the alcohol vanishes.
I think you even need to use more or have a better quality ale. Have you got any decent ale on you? Or decent spirits or anything like that?
Have a look, see what else I've got.
What have you got in your bag?
Yeah, what have you got?
How's things going over there?
You
Poorly
lot
by
got
the
any?
sounds of it.
You lot got any decent, like rare, expensive booze?
No, but I could make an elemental out of the water down there. That seems very strong stuff.
Nana
I
pulls
do.
out a surprisingly big bottle of sherry.
Where did you pull that out
Don't ask questions.
of?
Nana, Rusty will go over. Nana, toss it over.
I hand it to Gognar. You better throw it.
I'll throw it over.
Both of us try to catch it.
Give me a acrobatics check and see how well, or sleight of hand, your choice.
Yeah, it's the same
Who
thing for
wants
me.
it?
As Grognar fucking yeets that to you.
Mhm.
It smashes on the ground.
It's gonna smash into Millig's face, Melissa.
Millig catches
Unfortunately.
it with his teeth.
Right, it sounds like we both tried to go grab it and knock each other's hands out of the way, and it smashes.
Unfortunately, the first bottle of sherry has not survived Grognar yeeting it so hard into the sun
It
that
hasn't come
Millig
back
and
down
Rusty are
yet.
unable to grab it.
It hasn't come back down yet.
Boom.
I give a
Did you
giant
just
hit
drop
to-
my sherry?
No, I
Grognar,
don't think that counts as dropping it. Honestly.
Grognar, I said toss it. I didn't say yeet it.
This is what happens when you make
I'm-
checks that are too high.
Underhand throw.
Is there any?
Don't put your whole body into it.
Have we had any more? Or do we try my
Just-
my idea
just-
of
I just make your elemental.
elemental out of the
I
liquid
was going to
down
say, Miller's got empty vials, but you could scoop some up.
If you want to, yeah, let's do that before you waste any yeast spells.
Yeah,
it's-
Scrolls or anything.
It's just a bowl.
It might be handy later, though. No one's gonna basically go and it's gonna basically tie his mess. Cause I'm assuming it's like one of those metal mess kits, by a mess kit, so it's got like essentially like a small bucket.
Probably.
He's gonna basically tie two bits of rope together onto it to make it just into essentially a pulley, and just lean it down under the water, and then pull it up, and just like lean across as far as possible, like on the end of a tentacle, possibly to try and get to Rusty.
Oh yeah, you automatically see it if you don't roll, because that's how that works. And if you roll, I assume you're giving it your all.
And this is like, well, I'm just gonna try this.
If
But,
if you're passing the bucket over with a tentacle, Rusty's gonna use one of his tentacles to get the bucket as well.
Yeah.
As
Try
your
that.
tentacles come together to take either end of the bucket lid over this beautiful scenery. You know what? That's
And
a picture I really want for some
as
reason.
they touch it, sort of noise.
Oh. As you take the bucket of multicolored thick liquid,
Grognar goes over.
you now have a bucket of mysterious liquid.
Goes over to Nana. I owe you one bottle of very good ale or wine or whatever you would like.
No, you owe me an apology for throwing my sherry like it was
For
a
note,
axe.
Millig, in terms of what you saw on the actual plaques, because they weren't important to this, but they were names. The first statue is of Carmen Lyriklung. The second is Thirdal Armstrong, and the third is Raggett Bottomtops.
I like that last name.
I'm sorry for throwing it too hard, but Grognar sometimes doesn't know his own strength. But it didn't look like those two were going to catch it anyway.
Maybe you could have. You didn't eat it to the sun.
You threw it through the wall. Oh, God, no.
There you go. But yes, Rusty, you have a bucket of the liquid from down below that you can return and pour into the mug goblet.
Yep. I'm assuming like it's just a small goblet, and the entire bucket won't even fill it.
It's a giant ass dragon ball.
It's like one of those like hand bowls that
Mhm.
you'd effectively slurp buckfast out of.
No,
I
you
don't
lost me
know what
there.
that is.
Oh, you
Wait,
mean,
what now? What's this?
are you on about the?
Fish bowls.
No, I'm thinking.
Sake? Like those sake bowls?
Yeah.
There's
Just like a hand, just like a little bowled plate.
It's
A little bit
Yeah,
deeper.
it's
Fast.
Yeah,
a
like a
bowl.
sake bowl, yeah.
Buckfast is a
It's a tonic wine.
yes,
That's
it's a
minging.
tonic wine.
It's made by monks.
Yes,
It's made by monks in the West
but
Country,
it's minging.
and for some reason the Scots love it.
It's a Scottish classic.
Are you on a?
I like you kind of takes away, but it's made by monks in the West Country.
Yeah.
Devon.
Oh, great!
Are you on about the Scottish bowl thing that they give to people when retiring?
No, I just mean like a deep bowl.
Fish, and like a saucer, essentially.
Damn it!
That's all right. Sorry, there's a tradition in Scotland that you put Buckfast into a bowl and drink it from the bowl. I wasn't aware that was a very specific
No,
thing that
there-
not everyone was aware of.
there
To be
is
fair,
an
I'm not Scottish, so that might be why I don't know it.
No, that's fair.
there is
I
an
mean,
actual
even
Never mind.
same,
I
but
don't
you're
drink
damn.
it, so
there is an actual thing that, but it's more a Scottish thing that you get in sort of the alcohol stores. It's a bit like the drinking horn from the Norse and things, but it's a little. I can't remember the name of the damn type of bowl it is, but it's like a small drinking thing that you usually give to people retiring and stuff. It had a unique name. I just can't remember it.
Fair. Well, I just want this to be a kind of like a ceremonial kind of drinking plate goblet. So there you go. That's what that is. It's not quite a bucket. It's got shallower sides, but it's a little bit deeper than a regular like curved plate.
rough
But
idea.
as you pour in the liquid, it doesn't disappear, but nothing happens but a dwarvish whisper of, "Hey, what the hell's this? This ain't alcohol!"
Are you sure?
As that's all you hear in the wind, and
Oh,
you hear it in
if
Dwarvish, so
you-
that Milik
yeah,
has to
okay,
translate.
if it's Dwarvish, no, I wouldn't know.
It says it's no alcohol.
Fuck is it then?
Try a bit, see what it is.
Milik, would you like to try a bit?
Milik takes a sip. Well, I'm
Milik,
full.
you do so. It's incredibly bitter and ash-like. Give me an intelligence check to see if you can figure out what the hell it is.
Rocket fuel.
See if you've ever had this. Do you have any sort of scholar, sage, or writer background?
But it turns out he's a hermit. This entire time.
I was a
Milik.
soldier, so
I'm gonna go with no. You wouldn't naturally know this 50-50 just from tasting it unless you had the background. So unfortunately, this is a failure. You are unable to identify what this is, but it is not drinkable, and it leaves your tongue stained, multicolored.
he just goes, "It's minging. That's what it is."
Fair enough. I thought it might
exact-
have been alcohol.
This could
Uh,
be from the drip tree.
Ask the boys what they actually want.
Milig. The statue
Milig.
or bull that just spoke back.
Yeah, Millie, give me a persuasion check as you talk to the inanimate statues.
Oof.
Persuade that rock.
Persuade that rock.
Come on, talk to that rock, make it bleed.
With
My
my
man's the
stone
rock.
mastery
He
thing.
did! He talked to the rock!
The statues take mercy on you as you hear dwarfish whispers on the wind. An offering, you pillock! Something worthy! Or whatever that pish was initially. Or whatever this undrinkable thing is. At this point, we'll just take some regular beer if you stop it.
Yes, we're just gonna torture these things into submission.
As let's take 5 seconds there. I need to go refill my water. As that's the
Miller
first half
dashes
of
to the
today's
bar
session.
and gets a couple of pints. One
Yeah.
for himself and one as an offering.
You need to cross over the
Yeah.
barrier a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know that awesome moment when you bully several statues into submission?
Yeah. Do you have a be right back screen?
We can still just shit talk.
Yeah, we're.
Oh yeah, you might as well just put a be right back screen up or intermission screen or something like that.
Let me see. Do I have one? I can't remember.
Could Nana go up to the bar?
We're.
Nana doesn't speak Dwarfish.
Yeah, you're the only one who can speak right now.
Yeah, the barman might speak common.
In the Dwarven bar.
Well, they're all dead, so.
Yeah, and I figured out
Just
what
point to the tap.
I figured out what I was trying to think
Dude.
of. It's a quake. It's a
I've
Scottish
never
drink.
heard of it.
Have you not? It's,
No.
No.
it's like it's sort of got sort of runic sort of thing, and it's just like a small bowl with two wee handles and stuff.
I may have seen one,
Yeah, it's
but I don't know the name.
it's a small sort of silver drinking bowl that you can get in some shops. It's
Oh, I've seen one of those. I saw one when I was in Scotland on holiday. Yeah, I know it. I vaguely know those. I didn't know what it was called. I've
Yeah,
seen
I've
one.
seen it.
it's
I'll
also
be back in a minute.
it's also
Assumed it was like an ashtray.
no,
It does
it's
look
actually actual drinking thing. It's sort of sometimes a gift to folk when they retire as well, because
Fair enough.
they gave it to one of the guys who retired at our work. It's
Ah,
just
fair. I was
a drinking
Yeah,
quick.
I was thinking it was one of the sake bowls that you see in like anime and things. That you can Google one, you'll see what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little shallow dishes. Like think what Whitebeard drank out of in One Piece, but smaller.
Oh, I thought you meant
That's-
like the actual wooden ones, the wooden square sake things.
I suppose that would have been no, but he said it was like this little bowl, so I was thinking like the little cup ones that you see for like drinking toast.
Mhm.
That's it in ceremonial, right?
I'm gonna be seeing these all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep. It's one of those things you never you before you get told what it is, you never see them, and then
Yeah,
because it's been
the
brought
thing
up.
is, as well, I pass a bunch of these Scottish shops, whiskey shops that sell these like drinking horns and whiskies and various other kinds of spirits. So I'm gonna be seeing them all the time now, because like they're everywhere in Edinburgh.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
I actually have a proper drinking horn. Not one I bought from LARP either. It's like I got it as a Christmas present. Real fucking nice.
Have you got the really big ones that have like 5 pints or something like that?
No, it's about a pint and a half, I think. It's not one of those
I've-
massive
I've
ones.
seen some massive ones.
You can
that's-
buy those at LARP, those giant ones, and some people have them. It's just insane.
I mean, I think they're like a meter long.
Yeah, they're huge.
It's
I
like-
saw someone drink a whole one of those for an evening and just like they were completely gone. Admittedly, that might have had something to do with the fact it was Abbey cider from the Order of Fenris, but still.
Speaking of such things, did you see the memories on Facebook, Bob?
No.
Specifically 9 years ago.
Where was it? Download.
Download with their beer bong.
Yes. Drinking games.
Yes.
But yeah, Quake's drinking medieval period drinking thing that you sometimes give to people for retirement or a gift at a wedding or things like that. I think
Timing from where?
Fig got one of them. Fig retired.
I
and
wasn't
got,
at his retirement.
I know, but I heard they were getting him a Quake for his retirement, so I know what it is, and I've heard.
That might
Every
be
time-
for like a whiskey thing.
Every
'cause-
time you say it's like, oh, it's a Quake, I still think just like oats.
Yeah.
Is it the Quake porridge?
I
Oats thing.
was thinking like the game.
Oh,
got
Quake!
Quake.
I
That's
just
a
bought
weird
Dun,
Quake.
dun,
choice.
dun, dun. You just
That's a game the kids are playing nowadays, isn't
you pick up the little small silver bowl for drinking, and suddenly your vision focuses. Every
it? Just music starts playing.
quick vision engaged. We must defeat the other drunk people.
It's like I've never actually played Quake. I've seen people play Quake, but I don't know what the enemies are.
Played
I play
it
a lot
on
of-
PC.
I play a lot of Doom, but never played Quake.
I forget I have.
I actually beat the main game of Doom on Monday. Of Doom Eternal.
Nice, nice.
Very good.
keep on forgetting I have Riven muted after stream.
This music's been playing this whole time. So, oh, that's quite nice. Right, what are you doing? Rip?
Be right back. We'll be back
Ah.
shortly. Stay tuned.
There you go. Back to normal screen.
Yeah. My cat has definitely done something, but I don't know what.
Ruth has successfully completed her mission.
I mean, that's most cats, so.
I know, but she literally just like came over to the side of the sofa, went just out of vision for a few seconds, and was definitely doing something. And then as soon as I leaned over to see what she was doing, she bolted away and is now staring at me from the other side of the room. So I don't know what she did. Is
Oh,
that
you know,
C4
I'm
just
gonna
summon the
guess
dark
it's
devil.
underneath your couch.
No, it's like this. I was going, is this C4
Sounds
next to
very
my bed?
likely.
Next to my sofa or something?
Bomb has been planted. If we're going with game references.
Nuclear launch detected.
Tactical nuke incoming! Anyway, let's get back into the scene where we were.
Get back to buying some
Alright,
pint.
should we actually see if you guys can summon the spirit of the Craft Ale pub to aid you in your question of, hey, did you see a big glowy guy come through here?
Still a big, possibly glowy guy that is about to be summoned.
Where is the bar? And should we keep those guys over there?
There you go, yeah, like that.
Getting over this is proving tricky. How do you say your beer in Dwarven?
Drink.
I like it. It's normal. It's to the point.
It's direct.
How do you say
Straight to the
two
point.
as well?
I
Twat.
think we're just gonna hold up fingers. Fingers will work. Let's
Yeah,
go and lock
Make
them
sure
up
you
now.
get the
Let's go to
fingers
the
the
bar.
right way round.
yeah.
Yep.
We'll go to look for the nearest bar.
I'll stay here and keep eyes out for things.
Did you say this was the bar? Or,
No, the bar's up here. This is a drinking hall.
I mean, so
I'm not
surely
gonna get
many
cat.
bars then.
Nana could just fly over.
Oh, I'm not going flying over this liquid. That seems dangerous.
Yeah, you don't see the giant barrels over here. This is the bar area.
Fair
Ah.
enough.
Didn't go that far.
I'm gonna fly in and gonna hover just above the bar.
As you do so, you see a team of dwarves hard at work pouring ales, slinging them across the counter, at which point they vanish and pop from existence. And all around you can see dwarves lying about as they raise their hand, and a beer just materializes into their palm as they start drinking.
I like this place.
Around you.
Convenient.
The room fills with dwarvish chatter. What would you like to do?
Make eye contact with the barman, hold up 2 fingers, and just say, "Drink."
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check as you project your presence
Can I
and see if they actually notice you.
give assistance?
Oh, the worst I can do.
I want to aid them.
I mean, you can just roll your own because you're also then giving presents.
All right. I'll say drink as well.
As Nana just flying there, is
Nana's
completely
just giving them the
ignored by
fingers.
the bar staff.
No, that's
Nope.
how rolls worse, but it's actually better.
Wow. As Grognar standing behind Nana with just raising up like 2 fingers and saying drink, you are also completely ignored by the bar staff.
Come on, no.
Okay.
In there.
Huh?
I have a
I
plan.
thought you were there, sorry.
No, it's like no one just puts 2 fingers in the air, drink, and just says it outside. Does a beer appear in his hand?
Does not.
Damn.
I'm just going to druid craft the slight smell of a skunk in front of one of the barmen, so I can get his attention.
All right. What is your DC?
I mean, my spell save DC is 21.
21? Yeah, he definitely notices.
Drink.
As
and hold up
suddenly
my
one
five
of them
fingers.
just falls to the floor, tears in their eyes, cupping their nose, and in Dwarvish starts with whimpering something, just wafting the air in front of them. He angrily stands up, glances around, and locks eyes with you, and starts storming over. Would you like to do anything before he arrives?
Drink. And hold up two fingers.
Same. Well,
Pen!
I'll say it at the same time. Drink.
Give me a second persuasion, this time with advantage. That you've definitely caught. Okay. Apparently, this dwarf has taken a liking to your insistent on drink. As you see him just kind of rolling his eyes, and then returning back to pour something. A couple of seconds later, he returns with some drinks for the lot of you.
I'd not to Grogner to pick them up because I assume they're huge.
They are pretty hearty drinks. But
They'll
he
be
just
big for
places
you.
a clutter in front of you and then walks away to pour more, not asking for any money or anything.
The barman's used to academics, it's fair. He's like, ah, that makes sense. Just a prick.
Bloody
Grognar
academics
looks
coming into a
at
dwarf bar.
Grognar looks at Nana and goes, "Are these free?"
Yeah, no.
We'll find out later. Let's
Okay.
go.
Picks up the drinks.
Nana
I've
set
got
up
an
a
idea.
tab.
No, I've got an idea. No one's gonna go over to find out what the name of the unconscious guy is. Does he have any identification on him?
Give me an investigation check as you look.
I'm bad at this. Ah!
17.
That's almost as high as I could have possibly gotten. So.
Yes, you eventually, after daring to look everywhere, just very, very respectfully flip the back of his, the lid of his underwear to read his name written across the band. Braving a dwarf crack. As, let's see,
This is sounding very familiar.
as you read the name Lurelel Jadefoot.
Lurel Jadefoot. All the drinks are on
Lurely Jadefoot.
guy.
What?
Alright, fair.
That's legit. If we have a name to put, if there's money required, all the money, our tab is being paid by that guy.
Oh yeah, it's all Lurelel Jadefoot. Ah, he'll clap it. But yeah, the party returns with just this Grognar armful of mugs with ale in it.
How many drinks did I actually get?
Since you both kept doing 2, I assume 4.
Okay. I'll Lachlan, hand these 2 over and downs the other 2.
No. Tentacle to tentacle.
Leans them over.
Yeah. No eating.
No, I've handed 2 to Lachlan. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
know.
drink the other 2 that we had. We had
I know,
4.
I'm just saying, no eating this time.
Right, well, Lachlan passes 2 of them over to Rusty. That's easy enough. As Grognar moves back, Nana, what would you like to do to stop Grognar from drinking the other 2? As you see them, Lachlan's busy handing over to Rusty, but as Grognar turns his back and walks off, he begins to raise them to his mouth.
Just going to whisper into his ear, I thought you were taught to be polite and a knight. How dare you? And just fly away.
Just fly away.
Okay.
Grognar downs both.
Stretches out the drink towards Nana. Here, you have one as well then.
We may
Think you
need
get
it.
a straw.
Okay. I thought we had extra. I need a drink. Grognar needs a drink after what Grognar's went through. Can you not forgive him for... He got his ass kicked. He doesn't want to admit it, but he got it. She kicked his ass.
Is it because she was slightly taller than you?
No one is taller than Grognar.
No one just whistles silently in the car. No, it's still a grass.
Rusty, you have the 2 ales that you can bring back. I assume you're just tipping out the liquid inside the
Yeah.
drinking goblet mug goblet.
Cool.
Moglet.
Gnar, are you actually drinking one of them, or are you holding off for now?
I'll hold off for now, but
That's fair. No, but you look at it temptingly. I could really use this after the beating I got. She really beat me. But let's see, Rusty and Milligur pour in the 2 mugs into the goblet mug. And as you do so, the liquid stays there, and you can hear slurping sounds on the wind as materializing in their ghostly form. 3 dwarvish ghosts materialize in front of their statues and float towards you. A perfect depiction of the dwarfs behind them. Oh, yeah, that hits the spot. That'll do as an offering after the shite you gave us last time. Aye.
See,
What
you need to
was that?
stop
I
being bloody picky.
apologise about that.
What are you saying, Ben?
You need to stop being so bloody picky then, don't you?
Look for dwarfs. We're in a bar. We're in a pub. We founded this place so that we could be picky.
Fair point.
She glances over at the gate. Wait, did you guys just fucking fly over? That's cheating.
Flying is a generous term.
Whatever, what do you want?
To be clear, I didn't fly. In the aeronautics sense.
We are the spirits of the founders of the Craft Ale pub. We are here to tell you all about our establishment.
Don't
Ask your
care.
question.
Did you see any big glowing boys about 3 weeks ago?
Oh,
it's
no,
good.
no, no. See, we're not active. We don't watch that. No, no, you want the pub spirit.
Can you call
No,
one
we're
of
the
them?
founder spirit.
We were looking for the pub guardian.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, you gotta summon him.
Can you summon him for us because we can't be asked?
No, I mean, I guess we could. But no, we don't wanna. There's nothing in it for us. We can tell you how to do it if since
What
you gave
would
us
you
an
like?
offering.
What would you like for us?
Grognard just hearing all this.
One
I was
dwarf
going
to
to threaten
another.
him afterwards.
Grognard, whilst this hears all this mumbling and arguing and that, I give up, and necks one of them.
Drinks one of the drinks.
Yeah, I'm gonna neck one of the beer.
Alright, go ahead and give me a con check for against poisoning.
He's not won this. Oh.
It's
God,
bigger
no,
than
has
behind
one
of you.
pint passes out.
Oh, there was
How
a chance
about-
you could fail.
How about this? If you don't summon him, what we'll do is we'll get more of this, whatever the crap is, flowing around us.
There you go.
Pour
That's
that
what,
into your bowl.
that's what I was going to do.
Now there's a threat.
He
Mate,
didn't
it's
seem
ink.
to like that.
It's
Why
ink,
the
mate.
bloody hell have you got ink running around the place?
Have you been outside? It flows through the entire district.
Do you want more ink in your bowl?
It's the well of creation. You dip a pen. You know, I'm not going to explain how the goddamn plane works. You're clearly not from here.
Do you want more ink in your bowl?
All right, fine. We'll summon the spirit if you pass the 3 trials. All right.
What
And
up?
what would they be?
Do you want more ink in your bowl? We'll just leave the ink in your bowl if you don't summon the bastard.
Mate, are you dead?
No.
No,
Would you like to be?
you can try.
Grognard will.
Mate, we're already dead. We're bloody immortal. What you gonna do to us? Put ink in our bowl. We just won't drink it.
Grognard will
Keep
drink.
putting it in the bowl.
We're
Gro-
not forced to drink what's in there. We choose to. You put ink in there, nothing happens, mate. Oh, you're not so smart for a tiny one, are ya?
Grognard
Just
Just
will.
you
don't
in the
take
head.
the bowl.
Grognard
What
will
about
drink
if
to
we
that.
destroy your bowl?
And
Grogan's going to have the other one.
yep.
All right, give me
Well,
another
what
con
if
check.
This seems to be your only offering bowl here. What about if we throw the bowl into the ink?
We'll just fish it out.
Why just nick it?
What if I destroy the bowl?
We'll summon the gods. I don't know. We'll have them smite you.
Imagine
Especially if
we-
you're not dead, then you're going against the laws of the plane.
We're here on behalf of gods anyway, so do what the fuck you want. What are your bloody trials then?
Alright. So, as we were saying, you want to summon the pub spirit, you gotta do the 3 trials.
This one
Alright.
drinking. 'Cause
Gentlemen, you wanna go first? In order to summon the pub spirit, you must sing a dwarven shanty in the halls of mead. In the halls of mead.
Can you do that for us?
Will you sing with me?
We'll
You
give it
know.
a try.
He's the only one here that actually speaks Dwarven.
Yeah, he speaks Dwarvish. The rest of us will be
So,
terrible.
I am
But-
translating unless he's speaking common, but I'll sing along with you.
They recognize you're not dwarf and will speak common.
Yeah.
You're also not technically drunk. Alright, I will sing with ya. If you sing with me, I'll tell you the lyrics, don't you worry, you just gotta follow along. I'll even create a little floating screen so you can read the words with me.
That was karaoke.
That's great of you, pal.
I was about to say, can I do some backing music instead of the singing?
Oh,
That's
I love that idea, that's a great idea.
Oh,
Wait,
you're gonna
why
click
you
your
shouting?
fingers, aren't you?
1 second, you lot. As the spirit just moves over to the gate and just touches the drawbridge as it begins to fall down and the gates open. Stop shouting, come over, come over!
Yes. Yeah.
Grognar will
Really?
Grognar will be right back.
You go to the bathroom?
No, Grognar's going back to the bar.
Fair.
Get
So
no
yeah,
balls
there you
out.
go. You heard Armin's trial. You gotta sing in the mead hall. It's over there to the west.
Cool.
As for my trial, well, only the strongest get through my trial. You have to go to the halls of fire. You kind of loop around. It's right behind. It's through this wall behind me. You gotta loop around.
Is it where the fire noise is coming from?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
that one. Yeah. And you've got to beat someone in an arm wrestling contest. Doesn't matter who.
Mhm.
It's gotta be entertaining. You hear me? Otherwise,
Okay.
I'll show up and you have to challenge me. You know what? No, you,
do-
little one. Since you're so arrogant and high and mighty and you think yourself the one, I challenge you. It has to be you. I'll help you summon the damn thing, but I want you. And if you beat me in an arm wrestling contest, then I'll
Wait,
admit
wait.
you might not be awful.
No one's got the biggest fucking grin on his face right now.
Oh,
You
so's Rusty.
Yeah,
Is-
and by any chance is there a tentacle high five behind his back?
Oh yeah. Rusty is cracking his neck, stretching his arms, like doing the interlaced fingers, cracking his fingers. Come on, then, you wee fucker.
Oh, you're gonna regret those words, sonny boy. What were you saying, Anna?
Did you say that Rusty just had to beat somebody in the halls of fire?
He was initially, and then he realized that fuck Rusty. Rusty's being all big and mighty. I'm gonna challenge him myself.
Fair
Maybe you
enough.
had the same idea as me previously, though.
Yes. And what's the last challenge?
Oh, well, that would be mine one, and I'm a bit more sophisticated than these two billends.
Okay.
You see, the West might be a hall of singing, debauchery, and drinking, but over in the East Wing, we have a bit more refined taste. We only drink the best craft ale.
Okay.
You have to make a craft ale worthy of a dwarf. We've got all the ingredients and the brewing equipment over there. You just gotta pick the ingredients.
Hmm.
We have specialized brewing equipment so that it time loops anything. That way you get instant brewing.
Neat.
Mhm. But to do this, and I will help you summon the pub spirit.
Okay.
Seriously,
Seems fair.
can't you just ring a bloody bell and just have him turn up?
Of course we could. But where's the fun in that?
Look, we're in a time sensitive thing here.
Oh, well, you better stop back chatting and get on with it. I'll meet you over in the Hall of Fire as he vanishes from sight.
Okay,
Yes.
so
See you over in
Rusty,
the
you go to-
brewery.
Rusty jumps on his broom and just flies through between the statues.
So, divide and conquer?
Potentially, yes. Who wants to go with Milligan Singh? Wait, where's
I've got
Buster?
a flute, so I can go and
Hilariously,
help him
Rusty
out.
still has to make a con save as he goes over the motorway.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can
I
help
will-
out, Millig.
I will try and do
Nice.
the
22.
fancy stuff then.
Go on, Millig.
All right, so Milligan and Lachlan are going over to singing. Grognar, you're at the bar. The barman
Come out.
profusely eyes you and prepares a couple more drinks so that you don't scent him.
Puts the 2 glasses down with a smile on his face and puts up 2 fingers and says, "Drink again."
Millig the cat puts up a 5 finger.
As you hit the glasses onto the table, they automatically refill.
I really like this place.
He comes back out, everyone's gone.
I mean, it's fair. Unless he's not paying any attention, he will see Rusty just straight down this corridor.
It's Grognar. There's a fair chance he's not paying
There's
any
a fair-
attention.
Yeah. My passive perception is an 8.
All right, so you're too busy already in a drunken haze.
Where did everybody
Yes.
go?
So what order would you like to go in first?
What?
A karaoke, sing along, a arm wrestle, or a brewing day out?
I'll
When-
do it in order. The arm wrestle first.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
when Grognard came out, would Rusty have seen him with my passive of 15?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Rusty would have called him over and just said, Grognard, I'm about to have an arm wrestle. Beat this fucking ghost. Come watch.
It's fucking.
Okay, as long as I can drink.
Aye, of course you can drink.
So
In fact, give me one of those.
As you see the dwarf from previously, Thorndal Armstrong, just stretching his arms out over his shoulders, prepping himself, getting ready. Suddenly, a circular table conjures over the fire. You can see that it's starting to heat up from the bottom. All right then. The fire ensures there's no ties or draws. Eventually, one of us will burn. Oh well, it'll take a couple seconds though to get to that point. I reckon I'll beat you first. As
and
this is a skill challenge, you have to win 3 consecutive rolls or contested contests. If you beat him by more than 5, you get 2 points. More than by that, and you just automatically win.
No one is like very carefully
As we-
listening out.
Simulate an arm contest. Grognar, you want to say something?
I hand one of the drinks to Rusty. I'm guessing
Cheers.
they ignored the 5 fingers from the cat behind me.
No, the cat is at the bar with 5 drinks now.
Yeah.
Leopard is gonna be fucking.
Yep.
with a bunch of dwarves just around him, watching him just down these pints.
Just one swig each. And
Yeah.
All right then. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. All right, let's go. As he places his elbow on the table. Come on then, you little short shit.
I'm at the fucking table, Rusty. You hear just shouted through the rooms.
Rusty walks over and he's already got the tentacles wrapped around his arm.
All right, fair. Do you accept his clasp?
Yep.
As you do so, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw as he tries to impose the illusion of drunkenness on you.
What a cheating bursting.
That might happen.
Suddenly you feel yourself intoxicated, but you don't. It's not quite the same sensation as alcohol poisoning. You don't feel your body burning up or especially
Actually,
your
I'm
mind.
I'm gonna flash that, make it 16.
Ooh, 16. What would this guy be? I feel like 16 is just a little bit too low.
All right.
Let's go DC 18. Because it's a spirit effect rather than like a layer, which layers just tend to be a little bit bigger. Also because that one was bypassing a challenge that had to be a little bit bigger.
Mhm.
For anyone who's interested, the little slots in the gates were for brewer supplies. So you put in a little flask, a siphon, and some pipes, and it would have opened the gates. But you
I've not
successfully
got any
bypassed.
supplies.
With brute strength.
Yep, you brute strength it. Otherwise, you'd
Well,
have
we
to.
still would have picked a fight though. It wouldn't have stopped the fight.
Yeah.
It would have stopped the fight. But you are effectively poison drunk, like the effect. Either way, you will have disadvantage on checks
Okay.
for the sake of while you're clasping his hand. or at least while in this contest. But yes, this is an arm wrestle. So this is a I'd say athletics, because arm wrestling is pretty like skilled. So give me a contested arm athletics check as you do the initial push against each other. Currently the DC is 15 as he pushes into you. He seems to be going lighter on you.
Oh,
Oh, it's a 23 actually because of
Yeah.
disadvantage, but still.
yeah, it's still higher, but obviously the 29 is better.
It is enough to not only win the first bout, but you actually push him halfway down towards the table immediately as you win. It was a tie if it was within 5, but 5 more for a win. 10 for 2, 3 for
Would it
15
would it
for
not
3.
be best of 5 or?
Yeah, there's a point scoring system.
Mhm.
So I have to know how high. As you win the first point and actually get him a third of the way to the table, because it's 3 points to win.
Rusty doesn't say anything. He just grins, locks eyes, and grins in.
Oh, all right then. All right, you're really putting it. Oh, you're a lot stronger than I realized. Okay. I was going easy on you, lad. That was a 5. I'm gonna watch as I roll a 20. As the second bout begins,
Going easy on you! Bam!
That's easy, yeah.
Dear
Your
God.
confidence is your weakness.
if you beat him by 10 for 21, you
No.
automatically win.
I got a 19.
Right, it's to 19.
It's not quite an automatic win, but you get an extra point. As you push him another third of the way down towards the table, you can feel the table beneath you warming against your elbow from the fire underneath. This is how I like it.
Can I cheer?
Time.
Can I cheer for Rusty to give him a flat roll?
No, unfortunately,
You know, I'm
cheering
bad.
isn't the help action.
Yeah, I help him by stabbing the dwarf girl.
By stabbing the
but
ghost.
Grognar could do this because he's drunk. You know, he thinks it'll work.
Yeah, Grognar can at least can roleplay it, but I mean, unfortunately, there'll be no
But
mechanical
obviously
advantage.
not actually do it. Just
Yep,
like,
yep.
go Rusty.
All right.
The
Grognar.
grin on Rusty's face is just getting wider.
I've got you right where I want you. Time to call upon the powers of my forebears. As he does Dwarf's last stand to give himself advantage on this check with a +10. That is a
Ooh.
28.
Thank God he played advantage. That'd be
I know, right?
depressing.
Just beat a 28.
Mm,
Ooh, and since that was disadvantage, that's a difference of. Ooh, what's the Ooh, is that a difference of 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to flush it to make it a difference of 9.
Okay, so that'll actually only
Take me
be
up to 19.
1 point difference. Right. As he doesn't quite just like immediately shoot you to the other side of the table, as that would have ticked 3 points, 2 back to neutral and 1 over. But that does tick 1 point up as you're now back to only a third of the way to the table as he starts pushing back and chuckling at you. I can feel the power of my ancestors burning through my body.
The grin is faltering, or Rusty's grin is faltering, but it's still there. He's still not said a word to him.
Let's go again and let's keep going. As he continues pushing, continuing with his power of his ancestors, he got to his last stand. As that is a 21 to beat.
Mm,
Ooh.
Ooh.
9 again.
Yeah, 9.
9. As he pushes you back to neutral, and you're both there, hand perpendicular to the table, as he stares at you. Oh, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, lad. As he pushes once more for a 22.
Come on.
The power of the dwarfs charging
Oh.
through him.
Me too. Right? No, wait.
Hmm?
There. No, I'm an idiot.
22.
Sorry.
Unfortunately,
That is
13 does
so-
not beat the 22.
Yeah, I'm gonna. That's fine.
As he pushes you 1 tick towards your defeat, 1/3 of the way there. Oh, But you not got anything to say now, little one, huh?
Rusty's still locking eyes with him.
Still locking eyes, still silent. All right.
Mhm.
Wow. The dice are really telling a tale here.
Would
Okay.
I be able to roll intimidation, because even throughout this I've not said a word.
I'll let that. Yeah, go for it. Let's see if you can cause him to falter and potentially lose his power of the ally.
No.
Unfortunately not. He is too inflamed by just the situation right here. The fire growing beneath your elbows. The ancestors pushing him on. You don't intimidate me, little one. Your growl is nothing. I bet your bark's worse than your bite. As he continues pushing
Bites a
for
gun.
19. Well, 19 is possible. Let's see. Can you push him back? Oh. As you tick 2 down towards the table, 1 more loss away from losing.
Honestly.
Oh, how the tables have turned. As you need to beat a 20 to not lose.
If I wrapped all 4 tentacles around my arm, would that bring me back up to a flat roll?
I'll let you have like a final push, like a final stand as well. What's going through your mind right now? Let's see. Is there a role play element here to your backstory? Anything we could explore?
Nothing backstory wise. I mean, he's an archaeologist, so he might have heard of these guys before.
They're not from Eros, so I don't know if you've been to their realm.
I mean, if I'm an Alterra archaeologist, I might have read up on like history of everywhere. Would I be able
Maybe,
to scroll on history?
there's still a limit on how much interplanar traveling there is at your guys' level. You've only recently got into it with the organization backing you.
I
But is
mean,
there maybe like a character trait like you hate to lose or something?
character traits. Let me see if I put anything
Yeah, what
down.
is Rusty's motivation here? What's pushing you forward?
So if I actually put
What's making you so aggressive against these guys?
No, steal his lunch if he loses.
Rusty hates being looked down on for being small.
Okay, so it's like an inferiority like height complex thing.
Oh.
Yes, because nobody else in the party's got that.
Yeah. And here's this dwarf who's only maybe like a foot taller than you, who's also like generally a smallish race. I mean, they're still medium category, but they're just high enough to be categorized as medium while you're small.
They're stocky. Right.
Okay, as you let that hatred that he's clearly looking down on you, he keeps calling you names like short stuff. You let that fire burn inside you. Go ahead and roll a flat check as you push back and try to beat a 20.
Yeah.
As you do so, as you hold your own, unfortunately, you needed to beat it by 5 in order to push him back.
I'm gonna flash it up then.
Okay, as you push him back up to 1/3. Oh, there's fires in your eyes. Oh, I see. As the race is on to see who can win now. Can you beat a 21?
Is this flat roll again or still disadvantage?
Yep, I'll let you keep a flat roll as your fire burns inside you. As you do so, and it is a stalemate. As neither one of you is able to push right now, as you stare into each other's eyes, both inflamed. As the round continues. Oh, at this point, because at this point we're getting to stalemate territory.
Yeah.
As the fire starts to actually burn underneath you. Are you resistant or immune to fire or anything?
Nope.
Then I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw as you start to burn a little bit. Okay. You hold off the initial warmth. You can definitely feel it's warming up now. It's getting really uncomfortable, but it's not quite scorching yet. But you do know that if this continues for much longer, you're pretty sure the spirit isn't going to get blisters, but you will. Now you can surrender whenever you'd like.
No.
Before you start taking damage, or start getting some scars. But he will continue to push for a 29 as he tries to finish you. can you beat?
Mm.
And even if I flush it, that's still more than 10.
Unfortunately, it is, and you were already at 1 loss. As
Mhm.
he slams your hand down into the table. And unfortunately, for this event, Rusty has lost his hand wrestling contest.
Hear a large cracking of knuckles from behind.
Hey, Grognar!
you
Like,
think
Grognar didn't do it.
you think you're leaving here yet? Grognar will show you natural strength. As he
He's natural one immediately.
as he
But before we
flexes.
I wanna
Please trip and fall.
have a small screen on just Rusty. What is Rusty feeling right now? What is the audience seeing as Rusty has just lost?
So, Rusty is digging through his bag, looking for
What?
something.
You bring out a bomb. I swear to God.
Pulls out a gun!
No, I'm just seeing if I've got any. He's looking through his bag to see if he's got any holy water or something, because he's annoyed.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a sec. As you see a glint of something in Rusty's eyes, something deranged. As he looks through his bag. We'll come back to that in Grognar in a second. Let's switch to scenes to the where do you want to go? Do you want to go to drinking karaoke or making ale?
Oh, karaoke.
Oh,
I'm,
karaoke.
Oh, definitely karaoke.
I'm already focused on karaoke now.
Yeah.
As this one's just a fun sing-along contest, and it's mostly for RP. But the words float in front of you as suddenly everyone in the room quiets as the spirit. Oh no, I just got rid of my sheet there with my bunch of names. No, I'll never know what the other dwarfs are called. As Carmen Lyric Lung walks through the room up into the center stage. And suddenly words in common begin to appear before him. As feel free everyone to sing along to this.
God.
As the lyrics. Oh, wow,
Alright, here we go.
this is a long one.
No one's going to be playing his flute, but I might sing along anyway.
Now, first things first, I'm gonna need a performance check with advantage since you're getting some music and the lyrics and everything from those who are singing along. Bonus points if I'll give you advantage. You already have advantage. So you don't need more advantage. This is mostly just so you know how to roleplay your performance here.
Yeah, no one's going to be playing, but I just might sing along anyway. So.
I take advantage on this performance.
Yes. All right, so this is going to be in a terrible dwarvish accent.
Oh, Jesus.
As your singing is off pitch, off tune. That's great because I don't think any of us are professional singers here. So this
Are
is
you
really
sure
going
not?
to
minus
roleplay.
one to charisma.
Well, it's good. See, now we get to roleplay this authentically rather than having to pretend that it's good.
I was apparently good at playing the flute, though.
But the flute's fantastic.
Hey!
As I just realized how goddamn long this is. So
Mhm.
What's the beat of it?
It's a
Drunken
flute.
Dwarf.
That's a fast song. You don't want that particular song. Someone get that, the song, what's it? Literally just Drunken Dwarves.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
no,
the
man,
dwarf
that's
stands
fine.
up in front. And I guess I'll take the lead on this, because we're gonna do this properly for the stream, and this can go up on YouTube and everything.
Hell
So
yeah!
hopefully, people can look back on this and be like, "Dear God, what were they smoking?"
I've sang it worse. I don't have any shame.
I have no shame. As the dwarf starts to sing, "In forests and hills of legend,
hills
lore,
of
Legend and lore. There
There
once
once
lived
lived
a
a
clan
clan
of
of
the
elves
elves
of
of
yore.
yore.
They're
That
Their
arrogant
arrogant
height
height and their
pansy
pansy
decor
decor were merely
and
the
merely
first of
the
the
first of
crimes
the
they
crimes
pay
they
for.
pay
for.
These
Now these
elves
elves had a
Problem,
problem,
a
a
terrible
terrible
plight.
plight.
They
They
didn't
don't
know
know
what
ale, and they
had
don't
no
know
they didn't know
fist
fist fights. And you
Their
see
lives
people
were
start
pale
punching each
shadows.
other. Their lives were pale shadows.
shadows.
The burden of
Order-
plight.
Right.
They went to
Went to
the
the
dwarves
Dwarves
to
deliver
deliver
the
their
spite.
spite.
And for the sake of the audience, you're just going to assume the characters continue on there. So you can all sing the song to yourselves in your head.
It also has a downside of we're singing over Discord, which has desync, so you don't just know right.
Yeah.
That's
So
what we're
there's a
going to
little
play.
bit of-
See, we
Yeah.
should have flute music on rhythm.
Yeah, but we have to watch that we don't put copyright music.
Well, Bob, you can be in charge of rhythm and go find some generic music.
I've got another thing that is generic music. It's definitely copyrighted for streaming non-copyright music.
It's not
I was going to
copyright.
say,
It's
well,
definitely
guys.
copyright.
Had a big
I'll
purpose.
definitely get sued.
Yeah. The
Because your address will be coming up.
Pretzel Rocks.
Again.
Pretzel Rocks is a
But
good
luckily for
one
you guys, this is the one of 3 skill challenges that was supposed to suck.
Yeah.
So you actually succeed so long as you fail. Had you been too good, the dwarves would have beaten you up. It's not dwarvish tradition to be good at dwarven singing. It's actually quite blasphemous.
How dare you be good at
How you be good.
Have you not seen what Thorin and Co can do? They're
Well, they don't look
amazing
like
singers.
dwarves. They're not
Actually,
dwarves, they're
like
just
doing
short.
dishes.
They're not dwarves, they're just short, okay?
They're not dwarves. They're just short. But there you go. That is your sing along with Carmen Litterklung, and there are the lyrics for those who want to sing at home. I didn't realize just how long this actually was. I'm sure Bob can like slowly scroll over it.
Yeah, I have been.
At the end of the episode.
Nobody is welcome in a tavern full of drunken dwarves.
There you go. If anyone ever one day translates this to a YouTube video, you can pull little credit scenes of just us singing on loop. As we head back to Nana Muffins,
Oh god.
as you are in the presence of Ragged Bottom Tops, as he's walking around kind of taste testing everyone's concoctions. Yes. Well then, it seems that you have come to my aid, and you will be assisting in making me a delicious beverage in which to taste test on my palate. So, little flying creature, do you have what it takes to make the finest of craft ales?
I'm so happy I didn't go over there, I'd have killed them all. Again.
No, probably not, unfortunately. But I'm
Humility.
game for a try.
I like that. Very well. I will take pity on you, and I will teach you the ways of my excellent taste buds. Crafting ale is quite an art as much as a skill of form. Here, let me dabble in your ears as we walk around. I explain to you all of the various hops we have here, all the various grains and seeds and various equipment. As he walks you around and in extensive detail tells you every minuscule little detail about the origins of every ingredient here. How do you react?
Like a nana would listening to the grandchildren showing them the same shitty painting repeatedly, with nothing but humility and patience.
Okay,
And
I like that.
absolute interest.
Obvious.
All right, you do so. Are you actually listening and taking in, or are you pretending to listen?
Oh no, nanas listen.
Listen.
Nanas
Okay.
retain stuff.
Just,
There might be a test
oh,
later.
really? Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's good.
Oh no,
There
I'm
might-
phoning questions like, "Oh, you said that was from like X part, but not X part." Like, do they grow better? Like asking the relevant questions.
As you do so, I'll give you advantage on your checks here as you're paying attention. I like it. It fits into your character. All right. Well, first things first, you must select your ingredients. So, select 3 ingredients from which to brew your beer or your ale. As go ahead and give me an intelligence check with advantage, as Nana selects the best ingredients they think will make a fine ale, having actually listened.
Yes, my intelligence is pish. Oh, but you know
Oh,
what?
no, it ain't.
Nana listens.
No, it is not. That's what
Nana's
happens
a
when you speak
secret
with...
alky.
That's why you speak with humility all the time. The rolls are better.
Yeah.
You both still be bad.
The dice gods listen as well.
They do. They very much do.
Oh yes, it is a peculiar choice, but I can see the genius behind it. Yes, maybe you've got a natural talent for this. Oh yes. Well, Felix, come over, and I've already explained to you all the equipment here. There are a variety of processing methods, each of them time loops, so that way we don't have to wait around forever. After all, the only thing dwarfs like more than making beer is drinking it, right? So let's go ahead and use the various equipment here. Do you have an idea for the process you would like to use?
What
Yeah.
kind of equipment is there? Is
A
it
variety of
mostly
kinds.
glass-based or wood-based or?
They seem to have a little bit of everything. They've got like various caskets made of a dozen different woods. They've got a various amount of churning equipment and a variety of different style
Blaster.
material of buckets. They've got stone, wooden, ceramic, clay. They've got various sorts of storage kind of facilities with different environmental factors. They've got quite an extensive range here.
Okay.
But what do you say? Are you wanting something a bit of oaken, or maybe something with a bit more dwarfish age? I'd recommend the stone for that. You want something of a sweeter taste? Maybe the cheddar oak, maybe.
Can I take one of the oak barrels? I'm going to set my hand on fire and char it on the inside, and then carve out some of the bits of wood so there's still fresh wood as well as char.
All right, fair. Yes, you do so. For what's the second check? The first one's intelligence. This one is still like putting it all together. So give me a wisdom check, as this is a bit more requiring a bit more attunement with nature and trying to putting the various pieces together, or not very the perceiving the various qualities of the different natural attunements. So and you'll have advantage on this one because you're actually paying attention to this too, because you're a Nana.
By the power of Nana.
Oh, boy. I will stick myself on the D4 as well, so it's a 12.
It's a 12. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yes. And then finally, we must store it and let the time loop have at it. Now, this one, I must admit, has an element of luck to it. Not much we can do here. Another reason why we have a time loop. As this one is all about luck. As I just need you to roll me a flat D20. Yep.
Is
As
low
you
good or is low bad?
low's bad.
Then can I use my special inspiration?
Ooh, you want to twist destiny?
I
Yeah, go
do,
for it.
because 4 seems sucks. Oh, yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Roy doesn't it?
As you're listening to your little time-locked stove or storage cupboard, you start to hear a couple of clicks and bubbles and some sparks, and it seems like something might be going wrong until it then all goes silent and settles down, and you hear this lovely, almost humming from inside. Oh yes, that's pretty good. It seems the god of brewing has gifted you. Yes. I wonder, as he looks up at the sky, Parta must be nearby. Anyway, as a ding occurs and the storage opens up with a mist rolling out, and your barrel comes out in a little elevator. All right then. Shall we crack the cast open and give it a try? Would you like to do the honors, or do you want me?
I think I'd rather see a professional do it first.
I like you. Yes. Here, you can have a little boon. Yes. He just touches on your forehead, and you get a boon of ragged bottom tops. Let's give you 3. That's a classic boon. Let's see.
Half expecting the drunken monk ability.
There you go. Now, once per damage, you can ignore poison damage, and you can do this up to 3 times.
That's pretty badass.
As he gives you a refinement of taste boon. let's actually call it refinement of taste. You get Ragged Bottomtop's refinement of taste boon, for you have flattered him and earned his favor, and you can now ignore 3 instances of poison damage.
Ever?
Right.
Or does it need damage?
Since it's actually like a magical innate ability, this will also ignore any blue arcanite poison. For it is essentially in the similar category as a class feature.
Badass.
But yeah, he taps your oak, and the liquid pours out into an ale as he hands you one. Describe to us what would you like this to taste like? What kind of ale is this? You have succeeded on essentially 3. It was a low check on the second, but it is an overall success.
It's quite a light-looking ale, but has a very deceptive, smoky taste to it. Like sweet toffee notes and a vanilla aftertaste. Because she loves the sweets.
Nice. Okay. But you have succeeded on 2 of the 3 challenges as we head back to Grognar avenging Rusty. As Rusty is looking through his bags. I don't know if you have holy water in your bags to find. That is up to you in your inventory sheet.
I've not, but it doesn't stop me looking.
That's fair. As he flexes his muscle, kind of chuckling. You weren't bad, though. You weren't bad. Yeah, you said you wanted to challenge me. As he points to Grognar.
Grognar is always up for a test of strength.
Well, let's just reset the table. It's only fair. As he stomps his foot and the table descends back into the ground, only to be replaced by one that isn't inflamed. As he places his elbow on the table, his palm outwards towards you. Come then! Challenge me if you dare. Oh, suddenly it went more villainous there.
Grognar.
This is the villainy one. Yeah.
Grognar kneels down, looks him dead in the eye, and goes, "Ha ha! You think you're strong? I'll show you strong."
As you clasp his hand, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw against the illusion of drunkenness. I made the DC 18, that's fair. Alright, as you're able to actually push through this, you will not have disadvantage on your check. Now he doesn't get his bonus until he's at losing, so this will just be a flat check for him for now. As the first battle is on, and he starts the contest at 15 again.
Very consistent. Is this just a flat set of rolls?
Maybe.
No, I called it! I fucking called it!
You stop calling things.
Apparently!
Now it does need to go by thingy by 5 in order to actually like decrease by 1 point.
And this is an ability check, is it not?
It is, yes.
Grognar feeling himself falter a bit. I'm gonna use Indomitable.
You did it on ability checks? I thought it was just saves.
Or is that a
Indomitable
save?
pretty much. I think Indomitable's on ability checks also, isn't it?
Oh, it's abilities. Is it ability and saves, but not attacks? That's
Yes,
what it is.
I know it's not attacks, but I think it's ability checks as well.
You know, I mean, I just don't think I've ever seen anyone use an Indomitable on a check, on an ability check.
No, it's not a check. It's not a check.
That'll be one.
That'll be
I
why
thought it
I've
was.
never seen someone do it.
Yeah, I was like, I think it is, but not 100%. I've
Hilariously,
also
though.
never seen-
That means I have to roll 18 or higher with you having a 1 in order to actually push you back down. But to be fair, once the fire starts up, you do start getting some disadvantage and burn effects and negatives and stuff. But you don't. He doesn't quite push you back a third. As he pushes you just a little bit, and you can see both of you really struggling to hold on there. There needs to be a domination of strength to do it. However, he continues pushing for 29.
Ooh.
Mm.
Well, you have a higher modifier. You have a good chance of this. But ooh, you'd have to roll even like. You'd have to roll 15 or higher in order to keep this neutral. Can you hold back as he pushes with all his
Yeah.
might? As unfortunately not. As he pushes down to you, you find yourself losing a position as your hand is pushed down to a third loss.
Can I burn my action charge to roll that again?
I'll
When you
allow
get your
this. It's using up quite a useful resource.
When do you get your actions to completely use the...
Short
For
rest.
a short rest.
Oh, okay.
To know you haven't had a short rest yet.
No.
I've
So
not,
being a
I've not used my action surge yet.
Did you not use it in
No.
the fight?
No.
No,
Yeah,
I did.
Oh, she used it. She used their action
She used
surge.
her
She
action
used
surge.
hers,
That
and
was
I
it.
used mine.
Yeah.
all right, then yeah, go ahead and essentially re-roll that as you push back.
Alright.
Come on, Greg. No.
Here's hoping for better. Ah!
As lucky for you, I'll take the highest there because you're essentially using a bit of extra energy, so you don't lose by 2, but you do still lose that one third position. As he chuckles at you. Your friend put up a better show than this. As we go on to the next bout, as he pushes you for 15. Okay, he's starting to loosen up a little bit again.
He's getting
What is
cocky.
me rolling 5s on this? Let's see if you can actually reclaim
There
ground.
we go!
That's a bit better.
As not only do you reclaim your third ground back to neutral, you also are over 10, so you push him into a third loss for him.
Can I flush him up to 34?
Yes.
Yeah, flush him up to 34. See what that does.
What is that? Is that 15 higher?
It's 19
That's
higher.
8, 19 higher.
Yeah, so it's not quite 20. But that does push it back to neutral into 1/3 and then into 2/3 as you clock 3 positions. Oh! However,
Oh.
that does put him on his last stand.
Come on, Greg.
As suddenly you see his eyes inflame again as he's about to lose. It's time for my ancestors to inflame me! I've just lost my dwarf's voice. There's too much dwarfs in session.
This guy lost it when he goes aggressive anyway, so...
Yep, that's fair. As he now has advantage from his last stand being pushed to his final standing point. As you need to beat a 28.
Same thing again, by the way. I wish to point out, really low roll, really good second roll.
Yep.
Come on, Grogna. I don't want to
Now you
have
beat-
Norn to come in as well.
You need to beat it by also 5 if you want to finish him. Ooh, a 21 is over 5 difference from 28.
And I can't flash you anymore. I'm out of flashes.
As he starts pushing back into first gear, effectively. He is still 1 loss on his side, but he's reclaiming ground as he pushes into you again for another 28.
Another 5 as well. 5 and 18, that's all you can roll.
Yep. As he is, as he pushes you back into neutral. Is this all you got?
No one's going to start walking.
This is gonna be a quicker match than with the halfling. I see, Grogner, any response, or are you also going with the silent treatment?
Grogner. You will not show me up! Gritting his
Come on.
teeth and angry.
Nat 20. Calling the Nat 20.
Hilariously, this would be great if you were a barbarian. You could rage at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was...
But a 24 to beat.
Come
Come on,
on.
Natural 20.
Ah, you
I didn't call that one. I can't be blamed for that one.
cursed.
Oh, you're luckily at neutral, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As he pushes you down by over 10, which is 2 points, as he pushes you down into a third loss, then a second loss, as you are near to losing, as everyone else could start showing up at this point to see Grogner in the final
Norn
minute.
is.
You're going to lose, mate. How does it feel to know you're weaker than a dwarf and a halfling?
Come on, Grogna. You know you got this. You know what to do, Grogna. Go plus ultra. Go on.
Yep. And
As
hearing
he,
that, I'm
Mhm.
going to spend my... I don't want to, but I'm going to spend my destiny point to
Give you advantage.
give myself advantage on this next 1.
What's the next one? All right, let's see. I mean, you can effectively reroll, but a 19 to
Oh,
beat.
come on.
Can you beat a 19?
God.
Ooh! Not only do you beat a 19, you beat it by 2, as suddenly you push him back up to neutral. Not bad. Not bad. You've got some fighting force in your left, but it won't do you any good as he pushes again for 24.
Yeah. Held him.
But you hold him there. At this point, the table is starting to heat up. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Oh, do you have any resistance against fire or immunity to fire?
Nope.
Then give me a Constitution saving throw. As you, much like Rusty, you ignore that initial discomfort from the fire. But similar problem. If you continue to stall out here, you're gonna start blistering. As this is the final challenge to see if you can get the spirit who will tell you where the Stolar went. A 18 to beat,
Come on, Grogna.
as you were in neutral.
Yeah.
Beautiful. As you push him down by 2 for a 30. As now he is 1 step away from losing. This is the final push. Can you beat a 26 by 5 for a 31?
Okay. Come on.
Oh.
Not quite. You hold him there, but he is holding his ground. He is not letting you bend him to the table. I'll never admit defeat. My ancestors watch over me. As if his ancestors watching over him. He pushes back for another 26. Again, you have to roll 31 to push him back.
Okay.
You have a chance of doing it.
Nope.
Unfortunately not. And also, a 19 is 5 more or lower than 26. As he pushes you back up again, this match is still on the go. For a nat 20, as he 30s tries to push you back.
I have the nat 20.
You got straight
you
stronger
do
than him. You don't have to nat 20. He didn't push him back, actually.
It's still not more than 5, so yeah, that's still
Yeah.
there. You're still at 1.
Come on, Grogna. Have him! Well,
Fuck's
shit.
sake, Jesus Christ.
A confirmed 20.
Oh my god, this guy is not
mean-
going.
This guy, when he's...
I mean, for that double nat 20,
Fucking hell.
You're ready
Oh,
to bend your
Fates are-
backs to the
yeah, I
wall.
don't think that you're going to be able to win that. Beat that. That's three nat 20s in a row for him.
As yeah, he pushes you back up to, pushes himself back up to neutral with that. I can feel them, my ancestors. They whisper in my ears. You know what they're telling me? Telling me. They tell me you gotta lose.
Was,
Grogna, just do it already.
Going with
For the third nat 20.
Before that,
Yes.
when that happens,
Mhm.
Rusty's going to cast Dispel Magic
On the ghost.
on the ghost.
To note, ghosts are creatures and aren't magical effects.
No, but is the ancestor thing a magical effect?
Is the what?
The
the
advantage.
The
ancestors.
advantage thing.
It is
20
not
on-
magical. It is a dwarvish trait. He gets advantage on arm wrestling because it is a family heritage. Whenever he's about to lose an arm wrestling contest, it's a really silly, fun racial sub-race trait.
I like it.
Bang.
All right.
So you have to be a third nat 20 in a row. As you hold your ground, damn. You guys are both still at
What was that
neutral.
earlier?
Oh, hilarious! That was in a nat 20. A 28 this time.
Come on, Grogna.
31.
Ooh. As you start holding your ground, and now it's an even match, you can feel the sheer pressure of these two Goliaths or these two muscular armed
This
individuals.
Goliath and not Goliath.
This Goliath and
There-
this dwarf.
There is a couple characters in an anime that I'm seeing right now.
Yep, same here.
Yep.
As a shockwave washes out on the room, and I need everyone else to give me a strength save. As these two titans of arm wrestling are pushing against each other in a contest not seen in eons. The sheer strength and wave
Did I
is starting
get
to draw.
advantage?
Are you raging
Yeah,
right now?
No, this is just not. This is just not to be knocked on your ass. As just the sheer pressure takes physical form and starts to draw all the dwarfs to
Yep.
watch.
Exactly what I was thinking there.
And Nolan's basically grabbing onto a pillar, and he's gonna start crushing into the pillar. Going, "Come on, Grognar, just freaking do it already!" He's like crumpling the pillar in his hand.
As the dwarfs start to arrive and watch the match as it continues to rage on. This will be a match that goes on for histories throughout the ages. A 19.
Come on, Grognar.
He's starting to wane.
Yes.
As you push him back by 1. Can you continue your onslaught? Oh, he got an 18 now. He's slowly losing steam.
Yeah.
That's
Ben.
true.
Done.
As not only as suddenly you push him down by 2, and you slam his arm into the table.
As Grognar does that, he at the other hand has a drink. He just knocks the drink back and goes and shouts, "Ah! Excellent match, my friend!"
Nona's gonna go up to him and just lift him clear off the ground. Going, "Thank you for finally freaking winning."
There is silence in the room as all the dwarfs watch with open jaws, staring at Grognar. A second passes,
16
Then
feet up the
and a
ground.
second one, then a third one, until finally the silence erupts into applause and cheers of dwarfs come to applaud you and begin to lift you up with their bulky muscles and start to carry you towards the bar, cheering and chanting in Dwarvish that Millig is able to translate as "the giant one shows his true might."
Rusty
That's,
turns towards the ghost and says, "I may not have been able to beat you, but he sure fucking did." Come on,
As
this chair
Turtle
tonight.
Armstrong turns towards you. Aye, that's fucking fair. That was a good match.
Rusty will actually put his hand out for a handshake.
Who kind of eyes you suspiciously and then reaches out to take your hand.
Rusty will shake his hand. He'll grip him tight, but he'll shake like in a friendly
I just
sort
put
of
the
way.
extra bit of pressure on.
Yeah.
He comes back and nods at you. You know, you might be small, but you're as tall as any dwarf.
I know you mean that as a compliment, but I.
Aye, well, I'm still a dwarf after all. Went on to compliments well. Alright, let's go summon your bloody ghost. Oi!
Alright,
Bugger, get down here!
is the cat completely just inebriated to fuck in the bar?
The cat has. The cat
Cat's
has.
gonna get his stomach pumped.
No, all I can imagine is the cat's picking a fight with another cat.
No, with a wall. with a dog or something.
My question
Yeah.
is, are you wanting a bell for to summon the?
Nah.
You've got your bell, haven't you? Yeah.
He just sounds more pathetic.
Yeah.
The bell's getting very depressed.
That does sound like a bike bell.
It really does,
Yeah.
actually.
It is an actual bell for the front desk.
Wait, it's not a
Right.
bike bell?
Nope, it's one
It
of
sounds
the.
like
Okay.
a bike bell.
It's like a reception bell.
Yep.
Oh god, I hate them.
Thought you would like them.
Nope, hate with a passion.
Yeah. At one point in my work, they thought it'd be a really good idea. Whenever you like complete a case, you ring a bell. Yeah, that lasted all about maybe
5
2
seconds.
days. Yeah. One night when I was doing overtime, I just went round for all the bells and just took all the clappers out.
My bell's not working.
Oh no! I wonder why.
That's a shame.
But yes, as he calls for it, and Grognar is taken away for drinks, on just a crowd of dwarfs. Let's actually get the dwarfs going. Here we go. Here you go, dwarfs. Lead Grognar away.
What happened to me? Where did I go? Did I get... Oh, there I am.
No, you're still where you were.
Yep. Grognar is just tidal waved away by dwarfs as a large a large spectral form appears before you, huge in shape, like you're looking at the ghost of Christmas past. This massive figure of a round belly, a dwarvish shape, but instead of a head is a giant keg with a smiley face drawn on. As the smiley face looks down at you, it begins to animate. I am the pub lord. What you want? How can I help you? You want some ale? Ah, you want some ale.
Shut up! Did you see a big glowy boy about 3 weeks ago?
I don't know if I like your tone. Roll me persuasion.
He's had a long day.
And I slap the back of Rusty's head and ask again.
I don't like his tone.
I love your tone. Aye. He dug a hole in my basement.
He did what now?
He dug a hole in my basement.
Why the bloody hell did he do that? Have you got anything down there?
Oh no, he went deep into the core of the plane.
I'll do that.
Alright.
I can only imagine he's gone to Forbiddance.
What?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Ah, yeah. Let me tell you a tale. Oh, while these squiggly lines are just kind of moving like an animated, drawn-on face on the keg.
Right. Don't care about that. Where's your basement?
Oh, fine, be like that. Through those doors, down the steps, walk around 3 times in a circle, stumble and fall to the floor, and then you'll materialize in the basement.
Punch
Why?
the floor.
Why do you have to make everything so fucking difficult here?
Welcome to the plane of knowledge.
It's not difficult
when
when you've
I
had a
laugh
few
up-
drinks.
Look, trust me, it's easier. That's an easier process than you'd think for drunken dwarves.
That's actually fairly valid.
We tried just having a door handle. It was harder.
Did you try
Hey.
having the doorway?
No, that was left the drafting. Don't be daft.
Hmm.
That's where I store my innards.
Why do you keep innards in there?
Because my innards are kegs. Because I'm a giant keg, you see?
Ah.
My innards are ale.
I get you.
I am the pub
And
lord.
that's the ale thing.
That's the ale thing. You're a dwarf after my... Oh, well, I'm not a dwarf, but you get the point.
I sure do.
I'm really beginning to not like this place.
Nod's gonna just walk away, find where the basement is, and try to just punch through the floor.
Head in his hands.
Rusty's doing the same.
You do so. You chip it away, and you see a set of stairs leading down and to the north here. And would you like to get Grognar before you continue on? Because this is a point of no return.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
I'll go
I'm
fetch
assuming
him with the
yeah,
cat.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming Nano's following him, just make sure he doesn't get in any trouble.
I'm
That
not
would be
getting in
fair.
trouble. Never.
He nearly killed himself last time he got into trouble. Actually, that's
Yeah,
2
all of
times.
you-
Nearly...
Yeah.
All of you arrive at the broken floor, and you begin descending the steps, which aren't actually pictured on the map. It just leads from this room to the one north of it, for simplicity's sake. And as you descend the steps, Lachlan, with the highest passive perception, you start to hear mumblings and flickerings of light ahead of you in the chamber beyond. What would the party like to do?
Why did
I
I?
guess follow. Unless anybody objects.
Why did I have to leave the glorious drinking?
Because
We've
we're
got
on
a
a
job
job.
to do.
Because our solar's been this way.
Oh, yes, I forgot. I was enjoying that. And so
was
was...
LPT by the sounds of it.
Yep. Yes. I was half tempted to leave Leopard there to drink, but then it would have been a bad thing later on.
Could have been
Uh,
a very bad thing.
Yes, would the party like to stealth forward into the chamber beyond, or would you like to just barge in?
No one would like to stealth, but whether the others give him the option is an entirely separate thing.
Nor
Stealth.
try to stealth.
Those who would like to stealth, and I'll let you have a little bit of information and like a moment before anyone who's not stealthing barges in behind you, trunk.
I'd try to stealth, but I've got disadvantage.
And no one is also makes no
fair.
noise while moving. If that helps at all.
Damn it.
I'm pretty sure it already gives you advantage on your stealth for that reason.
It's basically you cannot make any noise at all, and it gives me
Oh, you
advantage, which is countered
Yeah.
out by my armor.
Yeah, mechanically, I'm pretty sure that's already factored in. The rest of it
fair
would be like your breathing and your smell.
Yeah, fair.
Because you still gotta like control your breathing and not make a noise that way.
Just hold your
But-
breath.
That's why you're getting the advantage, is because
fine.
you don't have to like cover your footfalls.
Yes, it-
Oh yeah, there's a decent actually like party stuff there. Nana's hilariously being the most noisy one.
It's the wings.
Nana, why are you being the most noisy one? What's the roleplay here?
Had a bit too much of the samples, trying to get the perfect taste.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
Nana's
I
A
was
little bit
tipsy.
rosier cheeked than usual.
I mean, I was imagining the rustling of like hard-boiled sweet packets.
Tucking in our secret sweeties.
Yeah, getting out the Werthers.
Just a slightly tipsy Nana just getting into the withers. Or the withers. But that is generally a party success, I'm pretty sure. Or they do have decently passive perception. So you will have a moment, or at least they won't react to you. As you creep into this chamber, get to the outer edges of it, so you can actually see into the chamber. Obviously, the first thing to note is the giant burned tunnel or chute in the middle of the floor that burns away into the center of the plane. And then standing or crouching over it, kind of peering into it, looking at it, is this warforged in a top hat and what appears to be kind of detective apparel with two pistols at his hip, and the second image of the oh god, what the hell were they called again?
Civic hybrid?
Yeah, the Simic hybrid, kind of just standing over him, kind of watching him and looking at the hole. But they appear to just be studying the hole themselves. You have a moment to do anything before they notice you, if you would like to.
Rusty just walks over to them, peers down the hole, and says, "It's a big hole, isn't it?"
Yeah, no one pretty much would do the same kind of thing. Okay.
The Warforged looks up at you and raises a finger to his non-existent lips, and then turns back to the hole.
I hear
The figure behind him kind of looks back and forth between the two, but seems to calm down as the Warforged doesn't react. But it's still kind of side-eyeing you.
Can I hear anything from down the hole?
You do not.
Okay.
However, you do hear something from above. There seems to be a scuffle. There seems to be raised voices or hostile voices. And Nana, you hear another beep on your radar that indicates the Lord of the Hunt has gotten close enough to trigger a proximity alert. It appears the Lord of the Hunt has arrived at the craft ale.
Oh no.
Rusty will tap the shoulder of the Warforged, point upwards, and as if he looks up, Rusty's just going to jump down the hole.
All right, fair. He looks up.
Rusty jumps down.
All right. As the Warforged just kind of glances back down the hole over to the party. Do they always leap without knowing the danger?
Yeah.
Mostly.
Usually it's the other one.
Goodbye.
That one. That one, actually.
And,
He doesn't make any move to stop you guys. He just watches.
Nana hops down as well, just gives a little wink.
This seems quite reckless, but I am fascinated.
Oh,
Well, he shrugs his shoulder and jumps in as well.
yeah.
Seaborn, take notes. These are clearly rivals in the pursuit. As they just watch and study you as you jump down the hole. Is anyone not jumping down the hole?
I'm gonna wait till last, and then I'm gonna go.
I-
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone jump down the hole.
Yeah. No one's gonna.
I'm,
like,
I'm
wait.
assuming we can't actually see the bottom yet.
No, because it goes down halfway through the plane itself.
Right.
Even 28
also-
passive perception ain't doing that.
Yep, doesn't matter how good your passive is if there is just miles of darkness. Well, I mean, not quite miles, maybe an exaggeration.
Might
Maybe like
actually
half
be
a mile.
It's like the center of a plane.
Rusty is going to be focusing like downwards to see if he can see any semblance of the bottom. He will say to the rest of the party to look down as well, and let him know when the bottom's coming up, or when they can
Fair,
see
fair.
the bottom.
That takes a good couple minutes. You are free falling or flying down for a good couple minutes.
Mhm.
Hilariously, free falling is quicker. Lachlan, would you like to stay or do anything before you are the final one left there standing before you also jump down?
It was pretty much the agreement of, yeah, pretty much, and then jumping down to them because they said they are clearly rivals.
That's fair. That's fair. And you do hear with your amazing perception that the Simic Highborn is referred to as Seaborn. What?
Seymour or Seaborn?
Seaborn. There are their images to the bottom right of the screen.
Very much.
Look how cool that Warforged Forge looks.
Mhm.
But all of the party is free falling through this dark tunnel until eventually you see a glimmer of red burning light below you. A decent range. The burning light would probably give off like 120 feet. So
Cool.
let's assume since it's not directly underneath, it's giving off like at least 80 or something. Enough that you could slow your descent.
Yeah, as soon as like Rusty sees that, he's just going to cast Featherfall on everyone.
Yep, fair. As the party feather falls and continues falling to go through the hole and start to descend through this open space into this massive cavern, miles in either direction. It seems to take up almost like a second layer of the actual plane itself, as massive as the land above. But only there is instead of a radiant light ceiling, there is this rocky, red glowing rock above, almost hell-like. As you descend.
Just thinking, as Nana can fly, the fifth creature that I'm going to cast on will be Spark then.
Oh yeah,
I
that's fine.
Need to remember Spark is there.
Fuck is present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you do so, you see this expansive network of cubicles just to the landscape ahead of you. And inside each cubicle, you see a variety of Noid creatures chained to desks, watching a scrying orb. As moving in between the cubicles are a variety of fiend races. As you arrived at the lower hells of Knoworay into Forbiddance. As that's where we're going to end today.
I don't know.
hmm
That was fun.
As we did
Yeah.
essentially a pub games in the Knoworay craft pub.
I'm so
That's
happy you actually
interesting.
passed Grognar. I literally for a brief moment thought it was going to be like, okay, Rusty goes for it, then Grognar goes for it, and then no one has to go for it. It's like, god fucking damn it.
No one will beat the dwarf of hand wrestling.
To be honest, if I'd like succeeded on my wisdom, that would have probably gone better in my favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly, but that's how the dice rolls. Oh yeah, so yes, thanks for watching. That is today's
Double-
session.
nah.
That is part 2, Knoworay, the Domain of Knowledge. And next week we'll be having a look at the lower regions of Knoworay, the hellscapes of Knoworay.
And
particular-
I can really piss. And I can really piss some people off if I decide to speak a particular language.
Yep.
Yes, do you know if you all die from causing all of the plane to descend upon you, it's your own fault. I cannot be held liable. There's only so much I can hold my punches.
I went from
It's
peeing off all the dwarfs to having all the dwarfs going, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Hey,
Yep,
I
that's true.
explained to them that you didn't like giants as much as, well, maybe not as much as them.
I don't particularly like these Goliaths and giants because they've given everyone a bad
I
reputation.
portrayed that across.
Bad reputation here. So me being from somewhere
Plus,
else.
you also did good thing.
And you guys have a look at another one of the factions, or at least a very quick glance at two NPCs for another faction after the Solar before you jump down a hole.
Bye.
With the Lord of
Bye.
the Hunt having arrived at the pub, presumably on your quick on your trail, since who knows if you'll have to actually go through the same trials you did.
If
I
I
mean-
shoot him.
Did you
Nice.
really expect us not to jump down the hole?
Oh no, I fully expect you to jump down the hole. I was just assuming like maybe one or two dialogue bits with the strangers
Just
first.
not quite.
Mhm.
I had
Oh,
one
what's
dialogue
that
bit.
over there? Where? Whee!
Well,
But
yeah,
again,
that's essentially what Rusty did.
Yeah.
Fair. You'll have
Not
more
cute
chance
enough.
in the future to meet this pair.
I've decided they're not cute enough for none to be interested in talking to them.
Grognar was called the impulsive one and is been drinking, so just went and been impulsive.
I
It
mean,
was-
Rusty was annoyed because the ghosts wasted our time, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. Did you all have fun at least with all the different
Yeah.
games?
yeah,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
fun.
that was fun.
That
Nice bit of karaoke.
The
the
character's great.
the back and forth between both arm wrestling.
The arm
matches
wrestling was
is-
bad.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was expecting that to take half the time.
Yeah.
I expected
See
to
when you get
potentially
like
have a
double nat 20s,
Oh,
no,
makes
combat
things
with the Lord
awkward.
Oh my god, he rolled 3 nat 20s.
In a
Mhm.
row.
Four.
Oh, yeah,
I
you're
was talking
four.
about the double
One of them was a
nat
double, yeah.
20s.
But for 3 of his checks, he rolled a 30.
mhm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then a 50.
Yeah, Rusty's thinking when he gets back to the what do you call it? He's definitely hitting the gym.
That's what
No one's
Grog-
gonna give you athletics classes.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be training into his athletics.
So I already had it, which is why I was like, if the athletics is really what did it for him, because I'm assuming he was strength 20 with athletics proficiency.
Yeah, I've not
dwarf.
I've not got proficiency. It's just based
You
on yeah.
You've got brute strength.
Yeah, that was just literally just brute strengthing for me.
Oh damn.
My +9.
He's got the same
What
strength
the-
as me because we've got the same
Yeah.
technical equipment.
But you've got proficiency in the athletics, so that's
Yeah.
an extra 5. So you're +14.
Yep.
the number. Plus,
No one's fucking strong.
Alright, well there you go, Bob. That's us. That's
Yeah.
us finished for the day.
everyone want to say bye?
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Watch me on my stream next week.
Thanks for watching Alterra. Bye.
Bye.